Howdy, good evening, everybody. How are we? Welcome to Beyond the Witching Hour, Secrets of the Hourglass Coven.
Nope.
Cha-cha-cha.
That's not it.
No?
No.
No?
But it's...
No.
We'll get there.
No? Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I
we
was
don't
so
want to jump straight
confident.
to the
To be fair, I don't think you've got it right once the entire time, so I guess it's kind of a bit now.
Yeah, everybody thinks it's a bit, but I genuinely just don't know what my fucking campaign's called.
I should probably send it to you. I don't know, maybe you could rewatch one of the episodes or something like that. I don't know, but, you know, it's entirely up to you. You're in the driver's seat.
That's a lot of effort. That's so much effort.
It's a good show. You should check it out sometime. It's on YouTube.
Yeah, I make boo-boos, oopsie. But that's okay. Welcome everybody to, Dungeons and Dragons. No, well, obviously Dungeons and Dragons, but it's also Far Beyond the Way. I'm so tired.
Well, hello everyone,
Working
and welcome to
title.
We're the Witching Hour, a Dungeons and Dragons actual play live stream featuring
That one.
everyone's favorite dungeon master,
That one.
Grace.
Sven. Yeah, I feel like I should just contract out and get Sven to do the opening. How is everybody?
Splendid.
doing really, really well.
Thank you for asking.
I'm doing pretty good. My face is lovingly bee sting free. Mike,
Yeah.
how's your face doing? Pretty good.
Honestly, I think we should all just take some time and just be thankful to the gods
The bee
of the
community.
Fey
I think.
realm for not stinging our faces
That's
with
right.
bee.
Yeah, we should take a moment of silence for the bee community to show them how appreciative we are of our bee sting free faces. On a scale of 1 to 10, Liquor Witch, how many bee stings does your face have?
This moment, nil.
Nil?
And I'm very
Nil?
grateful. And
Yeah,
at the
that-
same
that-
time,
That's nil so far.
I would also be relishing the fact that if I did have a bee sting on my face, it would be from trying to show my appreciation to the bee community in a little bit more of a interpersonal, one-on-one, mano-a-mano way.
Interpersonal
Yeah.
is better than the word that came up to my
It
mind. so-
means that you'd be kissing the correct end of the bee. If you kiss the wrong end of the bee, that's when
I
your
was
face
pissed.
gets...
Yeah, I gave them little forehead smooches.
Yeah, forehead
Uh,
smooches. And say thank you for the honey, thank you for the
Yeah.
flowers.
Thank you for the honey.
pollination. Thank you for taking care of basically the entire plant-based ecosystem that we have. Mwah, little kiss. Thank you, bee.
Yeah. So, Grace, how's your face going in regards to bee stings? Pretty good.
Be free.
Well, it's been 7
face
months,
is
and
free.
in 7 months, I've had 2 bee stings on the face. I don't know why this keeps happening to me. What is that? Somebody who's good at math, surely like crunch the numbers on that.
I have a quick question. Is your hair still blue?
No,
Does
it's
it have
black.
Okay. Is it a blue-black tinge?
Yes.
Well,
That might be why bees keep
Ooh.
alighting upon your facial area.
that's right.
Shut the fuck up.
There you
I'm not joking. I'm not joking. They love the color blue. It attracts them
Yeah.
like really, really intensely. So it's not your fault that you are giving off fantastic, flowery nature vibes. That is 100% something you should continue to do.
But it's also my
However,
fault. It's not my fault, but
may-
it's still my fault.
It's not your fault. I'm just saying you were an unfortunate victim
Well,
of
it's not it's not
circumstance.
victim blaming. It's not victim blaming because you remember Grace only got stung. The bee was tricked and died.
And died.
Yeah, I feel worse for the bee, to be honest. I'm just in pain and like my eyes swollen, but the bee is like dead.
Well, at least I now know why that little blue alien from Eiffel 99 was so sad all the time.
Always getting stung by bees.
I'm gonna give you a little bit of a silver lining here, though, Grace. When you are stung by bees, it reactivates a lot of collagen production
Oh,
in the
Oh,
area in which you are stung. There was
yeah.
so
that's some
Is
Crit
that-
and Miss health advice for you all out there. Go and get your face
for
done.
legal
by a bee
reasons,
sting.
do not do that. If you are allergic to bees, you might die. I'm
please
just
don't
saying.
die.
But you won't
Please
know
don't
till you
die.
try. Is what I'm trying to say.
And the bees definitely will die.
The bees definitely will.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just trying to give you a little bit of a potential positive of being stung on the face by a bee.
I'm not mad about it, but I'm also mad about it.
That's what's
Yeah.
great about the
Yeah.
D&D community. There's always a positive spin on something. And I guess tonight is a positive spin on our life. How long has it been since we recorded the last episode?
Too long.
Minute.
Too long.
Yeah.
Hang
Too
on.
long.
I think I can actually give you a date.
Can you give us a date?
Mid-June.
6th of June. Not too bad.
Oh, that's actually a lot better than I thought.
It just feels like a really long time, I guess. It feels like a really long time in between facial bee stings, I suppose.
It's because we were playing fortnightly, but then we had one session cancel like 13 times in 2 weeks. So it feels if you times 13
feels like
by
a lot more.
fortnight,
Yeah, that's right.
it feels like half a year, but it's actually only been like 6 weeks.
Yeah, you think we'd be
Yeah.
able to do this a little bit more regularly now that we're pre-recording it? We really don't have any excuses. But I guess when you're this good at playing Dungeons and Dragons, it's really quality over quantity, right?
I blame life. Life is so
Yeah,
annoying and it
I
just
will
gets in the way of
apologise.
everything.
It is my fault. I'm only allowed access to the prison computers on certain days, and this is one of those days. So every time we reorganized it, I lied about not being able to be there, and yeah, I'm here now. That's the main thing.
Well, if you get good
That's-
behavior, they'll increase your.
You mean good behavior?
Oh my
Zing.
god,
God.
I'm never gonna live this down.
We are
Take some
on
inspiration for picking
fire.
on me.
That was very
Our
good.
faces be
You
free.
can have inspiration for that.
Our faces
Why don't you give us
be
this
free.
inspiration? Where it's just like you get to roll at disadvantage until you roll a nat 20, and then after that
Don't
you're
give me
fine.
ideas. Don't give me ideas. Don't threaten me. I will do it.
I'm just saying.
It would make no difference for me anyway. I always roll with disadvantage. I'm so bad at rolling dice.
Sorry about this, guys. I need to roll my dice before we get going. I know we're going to do a question that, but I just want to get this out of the way so we don't do it in the middle of combat. I just roll a d12
That one.
with a 4,
Four.
and what that is Tale of the Runaway. So I'll keep that there. I
Okay.
can tell you what that is lately, but that's my cleric trick.
Tail
Ah,
of
yeah.
the runaway. All right.
Okay. Well, who's ready to get absolutely bodonkadonked by a crocodile?
Me.
I don't know if you know this, but this is the Flint Beastwood's jam. All right. Killing beasts. That's why it's called Beastwood. That's what he does.
Ah, nice,
So,
nice. So for those who's just tuning in, Flint Beastwood is a
Badass.
Rabbit.
rabid rabbit.
Yeah.
A rabbit and nothing else. Just a rabbit.
It's just a
Harangon.
straight up rabbit. No, he's a Harangon Ranger. For those people who are unfamiliar with what a Harangon is, it's a rabbit. It's a rabbit person. So
It's just a
hence
cute
it
little
is.
rabbit.
It's just that's
He's
all
just a
he
little
is.
guy.
That's all he is. You know, and sometimes he likes to play with the handgun, I guess, which makes him a little bit different
what
than your
point-
standard rabbit.
Have you ever thought about calling it the Heron Gun?
The Haran gun, I've considered it. Yeah. That might be like a epilogue or a prologue, whatever you call it, epilogue scene when he finally puts two and two together and decides to call it the Haran gun. So that's a little spoiler for everyone at home. Yeah. So that's who I'm playing. What about everyone? What about everyone else?
Oh, I'm playing the DM.
Mhm.
And yeah, that's what I'm doing.
And you
I'm the
play
Dungeon
that
Master,
role
so
well.
I'm playing literally everything.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
doing
everything that's
everything
not
while
these
you
three
lazy
choices.
bitches sit there and do nothing.
Hi, I'm Liquorwitch. I'm playing Sasiko, the Tabaxi sorcerer, who is currently a little soggy,
She's
and
adorable.
I'm happy about it.
Nothing
That's
like a
valid.
soggy sorcerer in
Yeah,
the
you
morning.
got a soggy sorcerer.
I also am Liquorwitch, and I am playing Faro, really, a halfling cleric that is taking away from his flock at the moment and trying to help these wascally no-gooders achieve their goals.
Trying to have
And-
this wascally webbit and this soggy soil.
And we have one more in the party who I'll turn to right now.
Oh, we've actually got 2 more.
That way.
Low-key.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, PCs though, PCs.
Speaking of,
Yeah.
so,
Be
unfortunately,
that way?
yeah, no, other way, other side. Unfortunately, Gemma is going to be unable to join us for tonight's episode, or today, or whenever it is that you're watching this. You wild kids.
Mod, you have to stop, dude. You gotta stop. We're gonna have to blank that out.
Yeah, that's very concerning. But that's okay, because I'll be what do they call it? Shadow backseat driving her character for any combat encounters that may occur during tonight's episode. And I mean backseat driving. I mean I'm gonna push her character towards anything that's dangerous.
Perfect.
Give us some time to get out of there.
And I believe she's playing
Lady Glitter
Shimmer
Sparkles.
That sounds about right.
Twinklehorn.
Yeah.
Sparkle Twinklehorn. Yeah, that's it. That's the one.
Shimmer Twinklehorn, the
Shimmer.
Satyr Bard.
That's right. Yes. Unfortunately, she won't be joining us tonight. Not feeling very well. That's okay.
It's going around.
Yeah.
It is.
It certainly is. I haven't been well the last couple of days either. But when am I? Should
All
we
the time.
should we
It's
do a little
2024, if that helps.
2024? I was going to make a really inappropriate joke then. It's a good thing I have at least a little bit of a filter.
Thank you for restraining yourself.
I'll keep that one for private conversations. It's too soon. It's too soon. Shall we do a little recap before we launch back
Yes.
into the action? 'Cause it's
Oh,
been a really
yeah,
long
no,
time.
that's
Jeez.
actually a fabulous idea. So, in the last few episodes, let me just flick through my notes because it's been a while. I'm getting there. Okay, so in session 1, we found our adventurers getting a letter with a mysterious J on it and some coordinates, which led them to a log cabin in the middle of nowhere, where they met Jebic, the second in command, or previous second in command, of the Brigands of the Tollway, and guardian of the last portal to the Feywild. And the magic there felt very funneled, and it's because if the portal closes, all magic disappears from Faerun forever, which is sucky. So they need to go to the Feywild to get rid of the hags, save the fairy queen, so that all magic can be returned to Feywild. Yay!
Hooray!
Yay!
Hooray!
What else happened? Just a quick lore recap. So, Jebic explained that the witches took Titania, the queen of the Fae, and put her under some weird sort of sleep that drains her power. The hags grew in power over time and used it to begin to take over the Feywild. Yeah, they went through the portal and landed in a giant stinky swamp and encountered a big little swamp dragon. Any questions?
Do I drop a new character sheet now, or should I do it after the fight?
Probably after. Oh, and Sven's patron doesn't like any of you as well,
Cool.
just for the record.
Well, yep,
True.
yep. No, understandable.
I-
Have a nice day.
I have a lovely note here that says there's 4 hags: Bavlorna, Gabatha, Enderlin, and Swampy One, Dull One, and Hot Goth Mummy.
Oh, because there's a swampy one, there's a dull one, and then there's a hot goth mummy one.
There's a swampy one, a frumpy one, and a sexy one.
Yeah,
All right,
that do be how it is.
I say we shoot the sexy one first, so we don't get distracted.
Mm-hmm.
All right, good.
Fair enough.
That's always a good way to go.
Should we try and beat the dragon first?
I turn to
before
the
we do
dragon
that?
and I say, "Dragon, point me towards the nearest sexy hag."
It turns to you and it roars in your face. It's like, we might need a roll for initiative again.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
All right.
No, I think I'm From memory, I think all of us rolled nat 20.
Yeah, we did. So Flint got a 24, Shimmer got a 17, Father
I don't
Aurelie
remember that
24.
necessarily.
It's in the chat.
Um,
On the thing.
That doesn't sound super convincing. You're probably gonna have to like
Roll again.
roll
Okay.
All
dice to
right.
convince. No, we'll all just roll it.
That's
Okay,
right. That's right.
yeah, that's fair.
Rolling
Fucking-
initiative.
I don't
Rolling,
even have
rolling,
stats up
rolling.
for the
Oh,
dragon.
poop.
Let's be
Rolling,
fair.
rolling.
That's not good. I'm pretty.
Let's not
I
cheat.
rolled a 3. It's going
I
to
love
end
that.
badly for me.
Oh, I need to roll.
Probably.
Oh no. Oh, we do need to put a bear, being a panther, on the map if we can. And I did ask Bear to do a
Oh,
little
we did.
scouting, so he might be. I mean, he might be a little bit further away.
Nailed it.
I will just roll initiative for my thing.
All right. Okay, I'll
Um,
allow it.
It rolled super bad. It does not have that many hit points. I just want to clarify. It's got way more.
Okay. How many hit
You
points?
just have not said anything and then just changed it. I'm gonna be like, oh, he's immune to damage for the first 3 rounds or something. I don't know.
I didn't see how many hit points. How many hit points did you guys see?
I can't see how many hit points it's got either.
Okay.
Don't
All
worry.
right. Good. It's not just me. Why don't you just tell us how to kill the dragon?
Well, I don't know. Maybe try poking at it a bunch of times.
All
Sven,
right.
do you want to roll initiative?
I did. I rolled a 14.
You're not on the comeback tracker.
Well, I
he
roll.
got a 14.
You know what? I'll roll it again.
Oh wait, no, I gotcha. I gotcha. You're on there. It's all good.
I'm
Alright.
not on there yet.
All right.
Oh yeah, I forgot that you're I have to do it for you. What did you roll?
A 3.
A 3? Oh, okay. There you go. Okay. Well, first,
What's happening?
Miss Twinklehorn's gonna go.
Oh shit! I didn't even roll for her. But okay.
Oh, I put her on there. She's first.
Okay then. Miss Twinklehorn in her. Well, let's get this started with a little bit of ambience, some combat ambience. There we go. Miss Twinklehorn, having not looked at this character sheet before this combat starts, takes a quick moment to think about what it is that she can and cannot do, and what she is going to do. A creature that can hear you, no interact with no mirthful leap. That doesn't sound useful at all. She is going to
Anyone playing a bard ever?
She pulls out a little hand drum and starts tapping out this rhythmic tune that you can't help but feel is seeping into your bones, and you can't help but sort of your hips start swaying to this music as she taps on her hand drum, giving bardic inspiration to. Let's roll a d4 here. 1, 2, 3. To Flint Beastwood.
Look at that! How
that'd be
convenient.
right.
And so I'm going to check that off on that character sheet if I can. I can't, but that's okay. And when she does that, she summons a mote of potential that orbits within 5 feet of me. So now there's like this little shimmering light. And I don't know if the magic of the Feywild sort of affects it at all. Maybe it does somehow.
Yeah. Roll me. Do you still have that wild magic table, Sven?
Oh, I don't have it up, but I can definitely find it for you.
You know what? For this session, let's not worry about it. But I'll get it ready for next session because I want to play with it a little bit anyway.
Yeah. Okay. I have no idea what it does. But basically, it gives me when I use my bardic inspiration, it provides an effect that I can do something with. But that's the end of her turn. Actually, she might try and put some distance between herself and this lumbering beast. What does it look like?
So I'll put it back up for the ladies and gentle bees who've missed out on seeing it. It's essentially just a fucking giant crocodile.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's supposed to be like 100 foot or something like that. It's freaking huge.
Yeah,
So
okay.
Yeah,
Very,
it's
very-
just a giant, very mossy crocodile.
Very intimidating. So she starts tapping away on this drum, this sort of rhythm, and then she sort of prances away like you would imagine a satyr to do. I can't move her character. She may have to move it for me, Grace.
Oh, that's
just-
alright. I can move it.
however-
How
oh.
many feet?
Actually, I can move it.
Oh,
10,
cool.
15, 20, 25. However far she can go away from the crocodile creature is probably best.
Cool.
You know what, I'll just move it over there. I'm assuming it's not difficult terrain, so she runs 30 feet as she's playing the song. Well, it doesn't run, more like skips and prances.
Yeah, it's not difficult terrain yet. So you're all good.
Cool. All right, well, that's the end of her turn.
Okay.
Sweet.
Well, so the swamp dragon is going to lumber onto the land using
shit.
its 40 feet of movement. So it's so hard. I can't see the grid squares, so it's so hard to count. Fucking hell. It's gonna move here. I'm gonna do you guys a favor and put him on land so he's easy to kill.
Yay. Do I get an attack of opportunity against him as he's moving past my range of influence?
You most certainly do, actually.
Hell
It's
yeah.
pretty big. Actually, everyone can have an attack of opportunity on it. It's pretty huge.
Okay.
I will not because I have a gun.
Okay, that's fair.
I'm gonna crack him with my cat's claws.
Is that a melee attack?
It is.
Can you roll me a perception check?
Tits. Yeah, yep. Okay, so that was a 13 to hit.
Yeah. That does
the
not hit.
perception, The perception check is a 12.
It's pretty good.
That does not pass.
Ah.
Okay.
So it does. So Sasako unleashes her claws and runs up to this massive crocodile, and it's like it's not even dwarfing her in comparison. It's like a dust mote floating through a bedroom past like a king-size bed. It's like barely there, and the crocodile just sweeps its giant tail, and Sasako just isn't able to reach it. From how high the tail has swept past. But now it's gonna bite someone. And I will roll a d4 to see who it bites.
Okay.
Father really 1, Sasako 2, Flip Beastwood, you're number 3. It do be doing a load. Okay, it's a 4. That's helpful. I'll just roll again.
Huh.
This is so much. Oh, I am so sorry, Liquid. It's gonna bite Sasako.
Okay.
I apologize in advance.
Okay.
You have no idea how well timed that sound was, because I've got Ambience playing in the background, and you almost.
Are you gonna share the ambience with the rest of
I
us?
can't. I wish I could, but unfortunately I can't.
So the crocodile rolled in that one. So as its tail comes back from the swing after like taking that too high of a shot at Sasako, it's actually, it went way too high than it was immediately expecting, and has proned itself.
Oh, it just went a
So-
little too hard and did itself a little flippy floppy.
Yeah, so it's actually flopped on its back, and is now prone.
Okay, so great. Now we all get advantage on it.
Well done,
Excellent.
Sasako. How'd you know that they're weakest on their belly?
I didn't. How will be of service?
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna use its second action because it's prone. So, yeah, Flint, hit it.
Brent Beastwood. All right. Oh shit! Is it time to get real weird? I think it's time
Yeah.
to get real weird. Tell you
I
what.
reckon.
It's going to be weird.
I would like for you, DM, to hear me out.
Oh, I love this. Yes, say more.
Because I have something called a rabbit hop, which allows me to jump further without provoking an attack of opportunity. And as soon as this thing's prone, what I would love to do, what would look really epic here is if Flint Beastwood could run up and jump onto the creature now that it's prone. Put the barrel of his gun right up underneath the creature's jawline and pull the trigger.
So a couple of things are going to happen.
Yep.
Sure you were expecting me to say this. So read me the rabbit thing again.
All right,
The
so
hop.
I'm stretching the bounds of what this is capable of, but I think
No, it's
if
fine.
there's any
I do
GM
that all the
it
time.
was allowed to do. As a bonus action, you can jump 10 feet without provoking opportunity attacks. You can only
Okay.
use this trait if your speed is greater than 0. You can use it 2 times. Blah blah blah.
Okay. Let me just pull out my handy dandy ruler. Okay. Yeah, so if you were to move closer and then jump, I think to ensure that you land properly on top of it, because obviously it is moving and thrashing, I'll just get you to roll me a dexterity save. But other than that, we'll call it even Steven.
A dex save.
Yeah.
Okay. Happens to be what he's good at. Rolled an 8 for a 14.
Yeah, that's enough.
All right. So he's just like, I imagine we see this in slow motion as it sort of swipes its tail, rolls over. He says that to Sasako. As that's happening, he pulls out a carrot stick from underneath his poncho, puts it in his mouth, lights up a lighter, and lights the end of the carrot stick. Tosses the match to the side, and takes a big draw from his lit carrot, runs, jumps 10 feet through the air, lands on the creature's belly, puts his gun right up against the bottom of the creature's jawline, and pulls the trigger.
Okay, rolled a hit.
Rolled a hit. Normally
Is it-
speaking, that would be with disadvantage, but I feel like
Yeah.
we can even it out with the
No, I reckon that's a flat roll.
flat roll. Okay. Sweet. And then as an action,
I was about to say, isn't that a disadvantage? But, and if you hit, you got something special.
boom sauce 26 to hit.
Oh yeah, that hits. Roll me a perception check.
Rolling a perception check. Also not too bad. 14 on the perception check.
I'll give you advantage since you're so close.
All right. Rolling another perception check. Come on, baby. Do I have inspiration? You know what? I'm going to use my... No, because I'm already getting advantage. Never mind.
No, I'm sure you have. No, use your inspiration. That's fine.
It's an 18.
Oh yeah, you passed. So as Flint jumps up and he's got his gun underneath the chin of the crocodile, so it makes contact with the hard exterior of the crocodile, scaly skin, and you look deep into the creature's eyes and you see an unusual cloudiness, even for a giant river monster. Roll me an Arcana check.
All right, Arcana check as well. I call this out to the team as well. As I'm sort of up there, there's like a moment where everything just kind of goes silent, and Flint's like, "Hold on a second, something ain't right here." Rolling an Arcana check. Oh, not great. It's a 9 on the Arcana check.
You can also have this at advantage.
Oh, look, you know what? I will give my inspiration this time. You're being too kind.
Nice.
16?
Yes. So, the cloudiness swims in the eye of the beast, somehow reflects an image of a woman, or rather, half a woman? Well, half a woman being a fish, to be exact. The other half very much fish. A face as black as night, eyes glowing bright fluorescent blue in the murky deep. Feeling a presence, she turns around and makes eye contact with you. it would appear you've caught her by surprise.
You're next, bitch. And that's the end of his turn.
Oh, roll damage as well.
Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, yeah, I did actually shoot the thing. I forgot that.
Yeah,
so,
you did hit. I was gonna say, I'm like,
8 points of bullet damage to its face.
cool
I cast
beans.
gun, prepare to meet God.
Well, 8 points, done and dusted. And I will pop a photo of what he saw on the screen for you guys to see as well.
Oh.
I imagine it's dead now, right? With that 8 points of damage. It's dead.
Oh, yeah,
Oh, you're
for sure.
adorable.
Okay.
No, 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 no. All right, Father Aurelie, hit me with your best shot.
Okay, so I should probably point out that Father Aurelie is currently still picking up his swords and clothes, and he's standing there sort of with his after drying himself off. So he's actually got a lesser AC for this battle. And he picks it up and he says, "Oh Christ! He just jumped on top of a thing." And I look over at the cat and I'm like, "Sask, are you going to
Am I going to what?
I don't know."
Who in the hell's this Christ?
I'm gonna can I do a where is this? Ah, yes. I'm going to take out a candle and light my candle. And I'm gonna hold it up and just go, "Be gone, beast! Be gone!" And I'm going to cast Dissonant Whispers at this creature.
That wasn't a
Holy
whisper.
beans. Tell us tell us what he does. Tell us what it does.
It's a Wisdom save of 15, and basically it's doing psychic damage on the creature, and
Yes.
and if it if it fails, it has to immediately use its reaction, if available, to move as far as it can away from us.
Okay, no stress. Wisdom actually happens to be what this crocodile is very strangely good at.
Yeah.
So
They live for a long time. They're wise.
Yeah,
I'm
very well.
rolling like
You're rolling like me.
trash tonight. 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's 9 for the crocodile. So it's gonna use its reaction. How many feet away did you say? As far as I can go?
As
It's
far as its movement will allow it.
it's full movement.
Cool. I'll just.
Does Flint fall from the beast?
Roll me a dex save.
Okay. This is the most dice I've rolled in the last 2
It moved
months.
so far, dudes.
That's a 24.
That's its full land movement. Yeah, you're fine.
Well, it was prone, so it'd probably only move half that way. But
Oh, that's true. I didn't think about that. Thank you.
if you want, it can just scramble while prone.
Nah.
I'd say it gets up and now it's
Yeah.
moved half of its movement away.
Cool
yeah.
Sorry,
bananas.
I don't mean to like backseat D him.
No, you are so fine. It's so true. I forgot.
So
And I'd say,
yeah, no, I rolled a 24 on that deck save. So what I guess we need to visualize now is Flint Beastwood hanging on the underneath of the creature, like a Mad Max movie when someone's like underneath the truck.
Witness me.
How do you want to do this?
Uh,
How do you want to do this?
I feel like that makes sense in my head canon. Like he's just hanging on underneath the jaw where he just shot it. Maybe he's like
Yeah,
got his
nice.
fingers hooked in the bullet hole, and he's just
I
like
reckon.
screaming.
Yeah, that makes the most sense.
Yep.
Okay. Well,
okay, that
who's
was my
next?
action. Then Father Aurelia is like, "Right, let's get the hell out of here," and he turns and starts to run, and he runs 10. Oh, are we moving slow in this marsh?
No, so it's just regular movement.
Okay. Yeah. So he moves 10 feet away and then goes, "Wait! Where's Flint?" And he turns and sees the rabbit and runs 10 feet back and ends his turn there. End of turn. And I'm just going to duck upstairs to stop my dogs because they really love this fighting scene and they're going crazy.
I don't blame them. It's pretty exciting.
No stress. It is a pretty exciting fighting scene. Sasuke! Are you ready
Okay.
to kill this swamp dragon in one shot? Because I know that's totally what Sasuke's capable of.
I mean, I am looking at throwing a chromatic orb at it. Yeah, so I think, what Sasuke's going to do is she's going to witness this thing flip over. Is my passive perception high enough to see Flint scrambling around underneath?
Yeah, I reckon. I mean, it'd be
probably hear
pretty
him.
hard to move.
Oh,
My passive
shit.
perception is 15, so, okay. What I'm going to do is I am going to lob a chromatic orb at its head and try to get it in its mouth.
Yes.
And I'm going to try and launch the chromatic orb with. This will be fire damage.
Okay,
So-
cool.
I'm going to make the spell attack now. It's an 18 to hit.
Let me check. That hits.
Okay, so that's
Just.
going to be
Just.
just. So is this a meat situation out of meat or beat?
You beat it by 1.
Okay.
Okay.
17. Okay, very good. All right. I'm gonna roll that damage now. That's going to be 20 points of fire damage.
It's a little bit more than 8.
So I did in fact choose the right amount of hit points for this. I was actually kind of concerned I would kill you, but you know.
But I also do need to now roll on the wild magic table too.
Hooray!
Oh, valid. Yay!
Actually, no,
I'm excited.
what I'll do is I'll roll a d20 first. Because I think for wild magic surge. Wild magic surge. Once per turn, the DM can have me roll a d20 immediately after I cast a sorcerer spell of 2nd level, which I did. So I'm going to roll. I want to do the chat.
I'm just aghast by how much that did. That's insane.
I rolled pretty good.
It's interesting what you can do when you have a well-made character, as opposed to one you wrote as a joke.
I rolled a
Is
5.
that max?
Rolled a 5, so I don't get a wild magic surge this time, but I came very close.
Is that max damage for that?
No, it's not.
Oh, really?
No. So for the chromatic orb at 2nd level, because I cast it at 2nd level, I rolled a 5, a 1. Where's it? I had the entire thing up here just a second ago. I think a 5, a 1. Yeah, a 5, a 1, a 7, and a 7.
That is so good.
Oh yes, that's right. 5177. Yeah, it's yeah, that's a little bit higher than a point blank pistol shot to the bottom of the jaw. So that's pretty good.
So tell me how you did this. Like, paint the picture for me.
Okay. So as Sasuke hears Father O'Reilly turn around and say, "What's happened to Flint?" Sasuke like turns to look at this thing and is watching it like stamping its front legs and like opening and closing its jaw, trying to dislodge Flint from where he's hanging, like underneath the bottom half of its face. Because I'm imagining like Flint's sitting right here on its jaw, like hanging onto the bullet hole where he shot it, and this thing's snapping its jaws trying to get to him. Sasuke times her shot to wait for it to start opening its mouth, and she just like, and you see her eyes flare wide and her tail fluffs out, and she goes and casts the chromatic orb as an underhand cricket throw to lob it right into its mouth.
That is so good. And the crocodile just takes this massive ball of flame and just rears back its head. And it's going to use its reaction to do a special thing
Oh shit!
Oh
that
no.
I have to roll for.
Oh no.
I imagine some of the fire burst out through the bullet hole in the bottom of its jaw as well.
Yeah, probably.
Sven, what is your AC?
My armor class. It's tremendously high. It's 16.
It's 16.
It's 16.
I do get advantage, so I'm gonna roll it again. So, I imagine a 22 hits.
Oh,
No,
Jesus
22 is
Christ.
less than 16. Have you done maths at any point?
So you're now grappled.
Oh shit.
And on the crocodile's next turn, something is going to happen. All right, Twinklehorn.
All right. Sparkle Twinklehorn. Oh, I forgot to use my. Okay, I'll remember that for next time. That's okay. All right. So what Sparkle Twinklehorn is going to do is quickly check her character sheet again, see what spell she has available to her, and she is going to cast a spell. Magically influence a creature you can see within range that can hear or understand you. Creatures that can't be charmed are immune to this effect. The suggestion must be worded in such a manner. Sparkle Twinklehorn will stop. She'll stop playing her drum for a second, and like an incensed owner of a dog says, "Drop it," as she casts suggestion on this creature.
Okay.
So the target, I know that this target is wise, but it must make a wisdom saving throw.
All right, I can do that, and I have been rolling like crap. Let's see.
Drop it.
I'm gonna be so mad. What is it?
The spell save DC is not particularly high. It's a 14.
Oh,
Please fail,
thank
please fail,
fuck.
please fail, please. Ah!
I beat it by, I actually met it.
Oh, damn it.
So
Damn it.
yeah.
Oh, that
Um,
was so good. That was so
So
good.
Twinklehorn points to the crocodile and says, "Drop it!" And the crocodile sneers at her and begins flailing Flint back and forth like a dog.
And you see this tiny little white rabbit just like flying back and forth, just sort of like stuck in between the teeth of this creature. That is phenomenal. All right. And he's like, I didn't sign up for no damn rodeo. Or a barbecue,
This
for that
is-
matter.
Okay, so Sven, I need you to roll me a D6.
A D6. All
A
right.
D6.
I can do that. D6 coming up. It's gonna be a 3. What do I win?
A 3. Oh, you don't win.
A Peugeot?
So now what's gonna happen is the crocodile is going to begin death rolling Sven.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
And for every death roll, he takes 3d10 of damage.
Shit.
Okay. All right. All right.
That's why I got you to roll it.
Okay.
So I'm gonna. Alright, so I'll do it one by one. Alright, first roll. Have been rolling like crap, so it might be fine.
no,
That's
this-
3.
3 points of damage.
3 points of damage.
All right.
Second
That's a
roll.
good start.
That's 4. And then one more. That's 5. So what's that? Like 13 points of 11 points of damage?
What? How? What? Huh? Did you really? Did you
My
say
math is bad.
3d10 per roll?
Okay, yeah, I did say 3d10.
That's good. Wow, that's the worst rolling I've ever heard in my life.
Roll number 1.
All right, roll number 1. Let's back from the start.
Okay. Right, that's 9.
9. For some reason my character sheet's not working. Let me see if I can just bring that up over here. Maybe it'll work. All right, so 9 damage. All right.
Ooh, that's 13.
Ooh, 13 points of damage on the second one. You just see this rabbit just like, you see it for a second like just stuck on like a barrel.
Oh god,
Just
okay.
getting squished.
Right. You are so fucking lucky, Sven.
Is it luck or
That's
is it
8.
skill? All right, 8.
Oh, no. My dumbass misread it. It's
Okay.
a 5.
Ah, 5. All right, so I have 1 point of damage. 1 point.
Yeah.
1 hit point remaining. Okay, so I'm not dying yet.
And that's all it can do. So its turn's over.
All right.
Okay.
That's not so bad.
Now it's you, Father O'Reilly.
Now, how do I close this? Right. Oh shit, something's gone wrong. Refresh that. You are muted, my friend.
Yes, I was just quietly swearing. So, I look at Sasuke one more time. No? This actually reminds me of a time, and I'm going to take... Let me just do a quick ruler measure. Oh, I didn't even need to move. I stay where I am. And I say... this actually reminds me of a time that once a young man was walking through the bush and he came across a giant beast and he realized it's time to get the fuck out of here. And I'm going to cast Tale of the Runaway, which is my cleric ability, on myself. And I can immediately use my reaction to teleport 30 feet to an unoccupied space. And I can also teleport a number of creatures I can see up to my charisma modifier with me. So I'm going to reach out and say, "Quick, flock, to me!" And I put out my hands towards Sasuke and Flint, and we're all going to teleport 30 feet. Let me just... this way. Let me just do it with the ruler because it's not doing the thing at the moment. There. So if you'd all like to come join me over yonder. Okay, I'll move you.
Run away!
Oh shit,
Yes.
okay.
This is called The Tale of the Runaway. It's a great story passed down through... so what this is one of my bardic features for my cleric that allow me to tell a tale and use the inspiration of that tale to do things. So we've just done that, and then I look at Flint and go, "Mate, you look like shite." And I'm going to cast healing word on you at level 2.
And Flint Beastwood's hat is like crumpled up. The carrot is broken in half, still hanging from his lips. And he's just covered in blood.
And I say, "Right, Chapo, get well soon." And I tap you on the shoulders, and then I run whatever movement I have left away.
No stress. Well, you guys look back at the crocodile, and you actually see that it's like bleeding from multiple points in its body. It seems that death roll inflicted the same amount of damage on the crocodile that it did Flint due to all of the gaping arrows that were like stuck in its hide. So you've actually done a fair amount of damage on the crocodile as well, if it makes you feel any better.
I don't know what you're talking about. That was my strategy all along. I had him right where I wanted him.
So we'll drop out of initiative.
Well, now...
Why? I want to
No,
kill
why?
it.
You want to
What?
kill it?
I want to kill it.
I thought
hang
the
on.
strategy was to run away.
Well, now-
I didn't consent to running away. It was he scruffed me and picked me up, and we ran. I didn't consent to this.
Oh,
I'm
no.
still
Okay.
mad.
No, we
I can
teleported, my friend. We teleported. But I will say, well, now the creature's precisely where I want it, which is the fuck away from me. Let's go! And I just
What
start
are you
legging
doing?
it.
We can kill it. You not
I
see
don't, I don't need to kill anyone. I'm just a simple, humble father.
Yes, of millions. You want that thing to go loose and running around and killing all your children? That's what I fucking thought. Let me at it.
All right.
I haven't got my guts full of combat yet, so I'm kind of like.
Oh, you're good to
That's
go.
okay.
Yeah, my character's running. You guys can kill the shit out of it.
Oh, how many hit points did I get back? I forgot to add it to my
11.
sheet of characters. Every time I try and open this character sheet, I can't close it again, which is really bothering me.
Hit space to open and close.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh, okay. 11. That's good. That's really good. So. Ah, thank you. Thank you for teaching me that trick.
I know, I just did the same thing. I went, ooh, ooh.
All right. Who's up? Who's next?
I think it's
Well,
my turn
Sasako is next. The tank is next.
next. Yeah, somehow the tank is
The
next.
tank is next. Tank,
No,
go for your life.
Somehow the tank is next.
The
That's
sorcerer.
differentiation. Sorcerer. What's
Who is a
my-
cat.
Yeah, it was a cat. Oh, 5.
Down to
Do
burn.
you
this
do
son of a
diagonal
bitch.
rolls? I'm trying to work out the distance between us, between this thing and me.
Look, honestly, as long as it is some way, shape, or form fits within your movement speed, I am completely unfazed.
Okay.
I would say 60 feet.
Awesome. Yeah, I kind of want to throw another second level chromatic orb at it.
Go ahead. Go for your life.
Okay. It's a 14. It's not gonna hit.
No.
No, but I'm
Being
going
that
to
its
use.
AC is 17.
Yep. I'm going to use Quicken Spell, which is going to give me. Actually, no. I'm going to use Tides of Chaos here, which is going to give me advantage on this one. So I'm going to roll again.
You also have inspiration.
I'm going to use my inspiration. Shit. Okay. None of those work, but I have used Quicken Spell, which means that was a bonus action. So now I'm going to use my actual action, try and cast the spell again.
Cool.
So. Okay. Yeah, so I use meta magic, so I've got 2 sorcery points for that one. For a bonus action. And then I can use I'm gonna roll the attack again.
No stress.
Fine. What's that? Is that that's an 18.
That hit.
That hits. Okay. This is gonna be again actually no, I'm gonna make this ice damage, like frost. Try and slow it down. That is 19 points of cold damage towards this thing.
Ooh. Roll me an extra d6 since it is covered in water.
So 22 points of damage.
Wow.
But now I have no second level spell slots and I have 1 meta magic point left. Okay.
That's okay.
fine.
It's like fucking hurting.
All right.
The
Okay,
crocodile is frozen in place and is very sad.
Yeah,
it is a
Sasaka's
sad crocodile.
done a very similar thing where she's seen it sort of like turn around to look at us, and again her eyes go wide and her tail fluffs out, and she casts this bolt of crackling icy energy from both of her paws as it fires towards this thing. Yeah.
It is hurting. It is a sad crocodile.
Reaction. gonna yell out to the rest of the crew. We've got this on the back. Tail.
All right, Twinklehorn, kill it.
Did we skip?
No, I'm last in the initiative.
Yeah. When does so Crocodile did its squishies on me, right?
Yeah.
I think we skipped Flint. If I'm okay to keep moving on. If you want to keep moving.
Oh
Keep it
no,
rolling.
take a turn. No, take a turn. I'm so sorry.
Oh no,
I
I'm so
squished you
sorry,
and then I
but
forgot.
I was reacting after Father really forced me to run away. So I'm so sorry. I should have pulled that up.
No. That's I think it was because did the crocodile had its roly thing, right?
Yeah.
Was that its action?
Yes,
Yes. Okay.
and that's why.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So, you know what? I'm just gonna say Flint Beastwood may have been out of it while that was happening, just recovering from that massive amount of damage that he took. But he sees this frost, these icicles sort of growing along this creature's scales, and he sort of shakes himself out of it. He sort of takes that broken bit of carrot that he had in his sort of hanging out the side of his mouth. He tosses it down onto the ground, fixes up his hat a little bit, and he looks down. He's still holding on to his gun, and for a moment we flash back to his childhood, and we see his older sister who became a brigand, and maybe one of his other 36 siblings sort of engaged in this like stick fight while Flint Beastwood is there playing with in the burrow. There were all these little geckos that would run around. He's playing with this little gecko, and then like his big sister comes over and like just squishes the gecko as he's sort of playing with it, and he gets up and like tears welling in his eyes, and he sort of runs away.
Aw.
And then he like flashes back to this moment, aims the gun, uses the bardic inspiration that he got from Sparkle, and takes a shot at this creature.
I thought you said takes a shit.
Takes a shit on the
Like,
floor.
This fucking.
Look, if he needed to go,
To be
I
fair,
imagine when
he's
he
a
was
rabbit. He can just fire out them bullets.
just fire those pellets out there.
I think I might add one more tale to my book. I'll have to roll a D13. This is the tale of the rabbit taking a shit.
So we're going to swap to his character sheet here, and then we're going to roll that attack. Actually, we're going to move. Oh, no, we're going to stay where we are, actually. I think I like where I am. Take a shot. All right, take a shot.
Yo.
I need to be within 30 feet. I think I'm a bit too far away, so I might need to move. Yes, I'm way too far away, so I'm going to move to there, I think. That's 20 feet. It's close enough. 14 plus a 3, so that's 4, 5, 6, 17 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
That-
Just.
Thanks to that bardic inspiration.
Yay!
Takes a shot and shoots it with his gun. Bang! I imagine, like, as he pulls the trigger, there's that loud crack. There's the muzzle flash, and whatever birds were nearby, if there were any left, with this whole ordeal, sort of scatter from the trees. And another 8 points of very uninspiring damage.
Cool. Being that, the crocodile is going to roll a wisdom save. Okay, so that's a 18. So, Flint, you remember seeing that woman in the milky sort of darkness in the crocodile's eyes. All of a sudden, after taking that much damage, the crocodile snaps out of it. Its eyes are no longer cloudy and glazed, and it looks around in just only what you can describe as abject confusion. So it looks at you, it takes in the amount of damage it's done on you, and then it looks at itself, seeing it standing in like a puddle of its own blood, and just very sorrowfully lumbers back into the river and swims away.
Okay. All right. Are we allowing that to happen, team?
Yeah, it's up to you, but
Or do we want to loot this creature for all of
You
its
wanna kill
magical
it.
I think
swords?
Sasiko's at the point where we ran away and it didn't turn to attack us when we did so. So now that it's making the best decision, she doesn't want to kill it now that it's showing signs of not being aggressive towards them. So
That makes sense.
Yeah, no, just like Flint Beastwood, he's just covered in mud, blood, sticking out of his fur. He takes that shot. He whispers under his breath, he's like, I hope you caught all of that. And he holsters his pistol, turns back to the rest of the party.
What? I don't know about you guys.
So-
but I'm freezing. And I start getting
close
dressed.
then, old man.
the crocodile reemerges from the river, and in its jaws is a potion of greater healing, and it lumbers back into the river. The potion of greater
place-
healing is kind of like in a skull, so it's like it seems like he's sort of like killed someone and then it's sort of been embedded in like its body somehow, but I think it's trying to apologize.
Can I do a check to see if this is considered an animal?
Yeah, go ahead.
Nature?
Yeah.
Okay. Not my strong suit.
Can I help somehow?
Yeah.
Roll at advantage. Roll another one.
Alright, roll another one. It's a little bit better. 7.
Yes, this is an animal.
Alright. As I see the crocodile lumbering back onto the land, dragging its belly as it does, Flint gets down on his knees and starts drawing some lines in the sand, in the dirt, in the mud, in like these cursive, elegant script. He takes some of the mud and rubs it in his fingers and whispers a very slight incantation as he casts Speak with Animals. Puts his hands up as he gets back up, and it's like in a sign of like, you know, I'm not a threat. Starts walking over towards this crocodile creature.
What do you say?
Well, how does it react?
It's like not really moving, it's just kind of eyeing you. It's different from how it was behaving before, like really aggressive, very like on the point, every move is calculated. It's kind of just eyeing you like a crocodile would, very warily, trying to figure out what your move is.
And Flint approaches, seeing this skull in its jaws, and he's like, no harm, no foul. And you ain't on my list, partner.
The crocodile drops the skull and turns to you. Is like, I'm sorry. That wasn't me, I promise.
Now, this ain't exactly my first rodeo, as they like to say, back in the material plane. And I could tell by the look in your eye that you weren't exactly being yourself. Now, even if you were, I understand. Creatures gotta eat to survive. But there was something more going on there. And he sort of makes his way around to the side of the creature where one of these arrows sort of broken, with the broken shaft sort of sticking out of one of the scales.
Mm.
And he's like, you might want to clench down for a moment. And he yanks one of the arrows out of it. Walks back around to the creature. He's like sort of holding the arrow up, just sort of inspecting it. And he's like, now I'm guessing we ain't the first foreign folk you've run into around these parts.
No. Ever since Bavlana and her guards came in, they started filling the rivers with a whole bunch of oil, and she wanted me to guard the portal site, and I said no, and so she did a magic woo on me, and that really hurt. I didn't like that.
Now, Bavlorna. Now that is a name that's on my list.
Yeah, we all know about Bavlorna.
What do you happen to know about this Bavlorna?
She's this creepy little anglerfish looking motherfucker, and she got fluorescent scales, and she lives sorta near the kingdom that's about a day and a half's about walk from here.
Day and a half walk. Say, that
Yeah.
wouldn't be quicker by river?
Oh, it definitely would, sir. I'd be much obliged if I could give you a lift.
Well, I'd say if you would be so kind as to give us a lift, that would just about make us even, wouldn't you say?
Oh, it would be my pleasure, sir. And he sort of turns around, and indicates to the rest of the party with his head to get on his back.
Turns back, whistles.
Flint, why is the big mossy dragon showing you its booty hole?
Look, there might be a time sometime later down the road that I have a chat to you about the birds and the bees, Sasiko, but now's not the right time.
I know. I am a cat. Sir, if I show a hole, it is only to those that I trust. Why is it doing this? What did you say to it?
Well, I would say that's because it trusts us.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
But that's it? That's all I needed to say? You're on board?
I will be on board in a moment if you get out of the way.
Alright. And he steps to the side. And imagine maybe if when Flint Beastwood sort of steps to the side, we actually hear some rustling in the bushes nearby. Flint Beastwood pulls out his gun again, looks towards where the rustling is happening, and Bear pokes his head out from the bushes. He's like, God damn it, Bear. Late as always.
You got a lot of cats.
Right, yeah, well, I imagine we're not exactly the kind of sort you'd see around parts like these. Speaking of which, how long has this place been like this? He points towards the ground, the thick, oily mud, the skulls and bones poking up through the ground.
Well, I don't know when I went to sleep with the whole cloudy eye and hearing voices in my head and such, but I guess as long as the new city has been built around that amount of time, so I'd say about 50 years or so ago.
A new city. Wanna
Mm-hmm.
tell me a little bit about this city? Could do with a warm bed, maybe a place to wet my whistle.
Well, I won't be able to take you fully into the city because creatures like me ain't really talked of kindly in there. They don't really like the savages. But it is most civilized and it's a lot of big huts. A lot of big huts.
A lot of big huts.
Very big huts.
And where would this city be in relation to where you'll be taking us to Bavlorna? I'm not a smart gator. Can you rephrase that question for my tiny amphibian mind, please? Is Bavlorna anywhere near or in this city that you're speaking of?
I'm just a crocodile. I don't have the answers for that.
All right.
You're gonna have to ask some such people in the city
I'll stop.
who know better than me.
I'll
Meanwhile,
stop
in the
pestering the
meantime
DM.
of this conversation, Sasiko has already scampered up this thing's long tail and is sitting on its back, like, come on! It's bigger than all of us! Also, and she's going to reach down and pat the crocodile very gently on its haunch. I'm
The
sorry.
crocodile reaches up and like nuzzles into Sasuke's hand and is like, "Much obliged, miss. That felt very nice. I like the scratches. OJ really likes the scratches.
Wait,
So she
hold
can't
on.
understand a word the
No,
crocodile's
no,
saying, but
Did-
she's like, he doing,
I'll-
can you,
Yeah.
Flint, he's doing
Hold on.
the soft thing.
Did you just
You're a
say?
good boy. You're a good boy. She's gonna scratch him a little bit more.
Did
You
you?
He
like
makes
I
that
like it
noise
when it's the,
crocodiles make and is like, ha.
like the huffing sort of vibrating
Yeah.
noise. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's putting. Flint, he's putting. He's a dragon. Dragons don't purr. Are you a cat? Secretly, it's okay. You can tell me if you are.
No, I'm just a crocodile. OJ's just a crocodile.
Well,
But you just hear them.
Either.
shivers be damned. I honestly, I didn't. He really was. I think you're right. And I hand a gold to Shimmer. I thought he was doing some mating dance ritual thing with the crocodile making the noises, but it appears that he must be talking to the crocodile, and that.
And Sparkle
Yeah,
Twinklehorn says, yes, he might be the most amazing person I've ever seen in my entire life.
I instantly shoot it. That's not the real Shimmer. No. I really don't know. How do you feel about pointing at the crocodile? Like, do you think he negotiated like that all of us can go, or he gets to go and the crocodile eats us, or?
Sasiko's already on his back, vibing. So, like, to draw from that what you will.
All right. I guess it's the first time for anything.
Come on, old man. When was the last time you got to ride a dragon anywhere? Aside from, like, you know what? Don't answer that question.
Well, I just with the running, but yeah, and I climb on.
Flint calls up to Father O'Reilly as he's climbing up. He said, now my good friend OJ, you mind if I just call you the Juice?
That's fine
feel
with
like-
me,
I
partner.
feel like we're friends now. I can just call you the Juice. Now,
Yeah.
the Juice here, speaking now in common to Father O'Reilly, has agreed to take us to find Bavlorna. on one condition, and that's I don't know what it is, some kind of weird crocodile tradition. You're gonna have to remain shirtless. Apparently, all halflings must be shirtless on the back of a crocodile here.
Well, that sounds strange, and I'm gonna.
Well,
Can
it's
I
best
try
not to
see if
offend
he's
him.
full of shit? Can I try and see if he's full of shit?
Yeah. Roll an insight, Sven, roll deception.
Oh, you got a good chance.
14.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't want to offend the big fella. I guess I'll just. Can you ask him if the scarf's okay? Because it's a bit cold.
Flint makes a bunch of gibberish sounds towards OJ, towards the juice. And he
I don't understand. Could you be a little bit? Why's the halfling taking off his shirt? I feel slightly uncomfortable.
I don't know. It's something to do with his tribal traditions. He's always going on about his traditions. You know how these halflings can be.
Fair enough.
Don't worry. I'll tell him he can cover up his nipples with the scarf that he's wearing. And
Okay.
he calls out to Father Aurelius. He's like, yeah. The Jew said you can cover up your nipples, but that's it.
What? He said nipples?
Yeah. That's right. Yeah, you gotta.
May I ask the crocodile word for nipple?
Balaclava.
I pretend to write that in my book.
And he's like, well, all right then. Seems we have ourselves a deal, Juice. How long till we reach Bavlorna?
Well, on foot, I walk about 60 kilometers an hour, and
Holy shit.
So by 60 kilometers an hour. It's a
Very
fast
fast.
fucking crocodile. It's a very fast fucking crocodile. So by foot, it walks 40 feet. In the water, its movement's 400 feet.
All right.
So by where it would have taken you a day to walk there, it's probably gonna take you maybe 2 hours.
Can we rest on the back of the
I
crocodile?
was gonna say, just enough for a long rest, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, it's 100 foot long. You guys have got fucking tons of room. It's basically the size of a dragon. It's a large creature. So, yeah, you can definitely long rest on the back of the crocodile.
Dope, hell yeah. Let me do that.
Hang on. I just want to clarify. Long rest or short rest? You said 2 hours.
Long rest. 3 hours. It's, 2-3 hours, depending.
Oh, yeah, I
but,
don't
yeah.
mind.
But that's a very relaxing 2 to 3 hours on a
Yeah,
river
I'm fine
cruise
with it. Doesn't bother
kind
me.
of
I was just
situation.
making sure.
Mm-hmm.
That's all right. And just so let you know, I rolled for my tail, and I got Tail of the Phantom.
Cool.
Very cool.
So, I'll put up some river scenery.
All right. Oh, I'll put on some river ambience. What kind of ambience do you think we need here? Generic?
Crocodile
Mississippi.
ambience.
Hold on. Can you share your screen for the thing that you're using to play the music so we can hear it?
I wish I could. Last time I tried to do that,
Yeah, that's all right.
things
We
didn't
can
go
walk-
well. I could
That's
try it
fine.
again. But
Maybe play some Mississippi music, like Frog and the Toad or whatever that one's called, Esmeralda.
let's see.
Put on some
Jeremiah
banjo.
was a bullfrog. He was a good friend of mine.
Bum, bum, bum.
Never understood a single word he said, but I held him a drinking his wine. Oh yes, he always had some mighty fine wine. Joy to the world, all the boys and girls. Joy to the crocs in the deep blue sea. Joy to you and me.
I didn't even know that song had more words in it.
Alright.
OJ was a crocodile. Was a good friend of mine. But I sat on his back for a good long while, and I helped him drinking his wine.
I'm afraid it's not working. It won't even
That's
allow
all
me
good.
to
Don't
share my
stress.
screen.
You've got my lovely dulcet tones.
Yes, I actually
It's doing
prefer
that
that. It's
instead.
very good.
Oh, very good.
Sorry, when you said its name was OJ, I couldn't help but make an.
Well, I was thinking O.J. Simpson,
That's
and
exactly-
Sven just immediately went to juice.
Yeah, no. So the thing is, you say OJ, and all of a sudden you're like, OJ Simpson.
That's
O.J. Simpson.
that's what OJ Simpson used to call himself. He used to call
Yeah,
himself
the
the
juice.
juice.
Oh, really? I had
Yeah.
no idea.
That's what I thought. Anyway,
What's the other real good Mississippi Bayou song?
anything
I
by
can sing
Credence?
a Disney. I can sing a Disney one, but like, I feel like we'll get copyrighted.
Nah, it's not a copyright if you're singing it. I'm gonna get DMCA
like-
for that one.
I want to spend the entire time we're traveling really grilling OJ about his marital status.
His
And,
marital
like,
status.
whether or not you killed your wife.
Yeah, pretty much.
It was a complicated relationship, but the glove didn't fit, so they quit.
This is why I love playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, that's essentially how it went. It didn't fit, so cause of on account of my big reptilian claws and such. So I didn't do it. But between you and me, if I were to do it, I would have done it like this, and you could read it in my published book. See.
Well, for what it's worth, OJ, I feel like I can call you that. I believe you. And he winks.
Yeah, the crocodile winks back, even though crocodiles don't have eyelids. So it's just a really
They
weird.
do. They just have eyelids that go like
They
this.
do. They've
like
got
this.
two pairs of eyelids. Yeah. So
Yeah, they have eyelids.
technically they got more
Oh,
eyelids
there
than we
you
do.
go. Well, he winks, and holds up his claw in like a kind of thumbs up thing, and goes back to swimming. But Sven, well, Flint, you actually feel the familiar sensation of your patron,
Shit. Okay.
telling you that she's going to be, venturing forth to see you.
All right. How does this usually
Meanwhile, Sasuke's like, oh, Geoff was a crocodile. He was a good friend of mine. Spent all the time on his back a while, and he helped me at drinking my wine.
Pay no mind to the small cat. She's very excited. Doesn't get to do this very often. In fact, you wouldn't happen to have seen a witch around these parts?
That's literally what I sent you to do. I literally sent you to find the witch.
Oh shit. I mean,
Damn, his patron's fucking hot as shit. Oh my god.
Yeah, she is.
she's got some curves.
Ma'am?
Sorry,
Respectfully, madam?
I wasn't expecting to see you here. Whatever your name was again. Check my notes real quick.
I think it's a cross here, or
Yeah,
something like that.
something, whatever your name is. Wasn't expecting to see you again so soon. But hold on. Weren't you in the material plane but a moment ago?
Yeah, I'm kind of a cosmic, dimensional traveling high fae. That is kind of how it works. You've been my patron for like years. How do you not know this?
Right, well, it's just the conversation that I had with Geoff back on the plane, saying that there was only one portal left to the Feywild. And that's the one that we
Yes.
happened to so elegantly fall through.
Yeah, and I do know where that portal is too. You think I don't keep my eye on you?
So this is a two-way deal, this portal? We can get back?
Well, I suspect so.
Well, that's just fine.
Just out of
And
interest,
dandy.
can we see his patron?
Yeah,
or is this
I
conversation we're
was-
just having.
Yes, you can definitely see and hear her.
I lean over and say to Father O'Reilly, either that or she's not actually here, and this is just some sort of projection that she's doing.
Well, I am actually here, small
Oh.
cat, feline.
I do apologize, my lady. I did not mean to
Hey.
cause this.
Hey, she's got amazing hearing, honestly.
I'm quite real. And she sort of pokes Sasako in between her forehead, and a mushroom grows from where she poked her.
That wouldn't do that. She tends to erupt.
I think she has fleas. You ought to fix
I
that.
don't have fleas. I have passengers.
And
Maybe give her a bath.
you look over and Bear's vigorously scratching behind his ears.
Case in point. Anyway, you know I gave you almost nothing to go on, but really that's not my problem, and that's your problem. So I was just wondering, why you don't have a fish person for me. Where is my fish person?
Well, I know that time and space act a little differently here in the Feywild, but you're gonna have to give us a little bit more of it if we're gonna hand you your fish, bound and snagged, as it were.
This seriously isn't good enough.
Flint, did you not have a vision when you were talking to OJ about a fish lady somewhere?
Yeah, she's right, you know. We're hot on Scabatha's trail. Well, my good friend the Juice here, first of all, let me just say, didn't kill his wife. Second, he's taking us to Scabatha right now.
Scabatha.
Are you
Wrong
mocking my
accent.
voice? Are you mocking me? He pulls out his gun and shoots her. No, I'm joking.
Well, that's interesting, considering her name's Bavlorna. So you're on the tail of the wrong hag. This is just brilliant. Why are you my patron? Why did I choose you? I had so many
Why
people.
did you not give us better information the first time to go around this conversation? If you want us to get something, you may as well give us a good tools to do so.
Why are you talking? Why is this small feline talking?
You asked a question, am I not supposed to answer?
I will pick you up by the scruff and throw you into this river if you don't silence yourself.
Don't do that. Look, I know she doesn't look like much, being a lost kitty. But this kitty's got claws and I need her. If you're gonna hunt down these hags, I'm gonna need all of them. Even the bare-chested halfling. For some reason won't put his shirt back on.
Oh no, the halfling can leave his shirt off. It's actually not that bad of a view. Hi there. Are you single?
I honestly was about to say, last time we met, I was a little bit caught off guard, but, wow.
You'll be hearing from me. Anyway, she sort of turns to Father O'Reilly and gives me the call me hands. Like, call me. And then turns back to, Flint and is like, okay, look, here's how it's going to work. I'm really on a time crunch thing here. So, how long do you think it's going to take to bag yourself a hag?
Look,
Give me a rough estimate. Just something to work on, a ballpark.
There's a couple of things that I know about hags. Number one, they're meticulous when doing their tax returns. Number two, they always travel in a coven of some kind. You find one hag, you find another.
Oh,
You
not
find
these
this-
ones.
Oh shit. Well,
Yeah, these accents. I did explain that they've broken the coven and the Feywild separated into 4 very distinct chunks. We had this conversation. Have you forgotten everything I've said?
no, but what you're gonna need to do is try. He stops, looks towards Sasako with her paw raised. I think
Yes, small feline. What is it?
I just have a question. If you are able to tell that they are separated into 4, which you have told us already, and you want the Bavmorda
That's right.
egg, the fish one,
Mhm.
can you give us a direction to go in? Like you would know, being all knowing and all wise as you are, you would know which place would be her domain. Could you point us in that direction?
Oh, I know exactly
can-
where she is.
Well,
Oh, I could
can
find
you-
her right this minute if I wanted. But you see, that's why I have a patron, so that
But-
he can do all my dirty work for me. I can't be bothered.
We're
I'm
happy
very
to we're happy to do the dirty work. You just have to tell us where she is.
I am very high up in the political sphere. My darling, I cannot go hunting down hags in my spare time.
That's not
That is
what I'm
why I
asking
have a
you, mistress.
patron.
While
Mistress,
this,
what I'm asking you is, where is she? You say you know where she is. Can you, give us a pinpoint direction or a pinpoint place to go so we can find her and beg her for you? So again, we are doing your, as you say, dirty work. So you can return to living it up large as you do, so
I'm
you don't have to
growing
worry.
tired of this conversation.
while this is happening, I would like to sidle over nonchalantly towards Father O'Reilly, lean in while they're talking, and sort of whisper in his ear. He's like, "I think this is where you come in. Lay on the charm, find out where our witch is." And he sort of, with one finger, sort of pulls one bit of the scarf to the side to expose
Unleash
one of Father Aurelia's nipples. Do your
Saskia is
thing.
getting like visibly frustrated, like her fur is starting to rise and her tail's starting to fluff. Where she's, because in Sasika's mind, she's asking very reasonable questions. Like, I know you don't want to do the dirty work. I know you don't want to. Just tell us where she is so we can go and do the dirty work. And this fey creature, who, if with every interaction, Sasika's like, my witch would never do that.
Yeah, no, she's a
would never do
bitch.
that.
I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie.
Well,
She
I
sort
cannot
of,
believe,
while this conversation is happening, she conjures a beam of light out from one of her fingers, and she's like, "I'm grown bored," and flashes it onto the crocodile.
I haven't got to do anything.
She's trying to distract Sasako.
Sorry. I thought you were summoning a
Okay,
rage.
do I
No,
have to
you're
make a wisdom save to like not deal with that?
I reckon.
Okay.
It's a cat chasing a pen light.
16.
Yeah,
you're fine.
And Bear
She wants to.
rolled
She's
a-
resisting real hard.
Well, Bear rolled a 19. Bear's not even paying attention.
Oh, they're both fine. She's like, "Oh, well, that's sad."
Father O'Reilly is going to go. All right. Well, hang on a second. Let me give this a go. And he gives a knowing wink to his good friend Flynn. I've got your back. He walks up and said, "Listen, I could, a couple feet away, and I say, I could try and cheapen this relationship and try and ask for things that are not mine to ask for. But instead, I think I'll do this, and I'm going to cast a spell on her.
Oh, shit.
And so from 10 feet away, because I can cast it from 60 feet away,
Oh my god.
I'm going to
Fireball.
look into her eyes and go,
Charm person.
hey,
Charm fae.
have a good day. We got it from here. And I'm going to cast guidance on her from a distance and just say, hey, we've got this. You can go.
Okay.
It's an interesting.
Interesting.
Yes. I don't want to cheapen this bond we have.
I do.
I don't understand.
I want you to cheapen
So-
the bond.
What are you trying to do with the guidance? You're trying to give her a D4. Just so I understand.
Mechanically, not much, but the spell is meant to. It doesn't do a save. What's the word for it? Basically, it's a non-harmful spell with positive vibes. I'm trying to give out.
Okay, so you're just kind of trying to like be like,
Yeah.
we got this, babe. Finger guns.
Yeah.
Okay,
Listen.
sounds good.
Listen. I don't want to cheapen this. It's a lady as esteemed as you shouldn't be hanging with the likes of us. So maybe let us handle this for you, and maybe you and I can talk later.
Ooh, goodness. Okay, well, only for you. I'm sure you guys have got this. You know what? Take as much time as you need. And she just pops out of existence.
Right. Well,
Oh God, I thought she was going to kill us all, you fucking crazy. What? You know how powerful she is.
yeah, I've got some inkling.
Well, how good would it be if we had a crocodile attacking me because my nipple was exposed?
Look, sometimes you gotta take a chance when it comes to the hunt. And the hunt is
Well, I don't know what the hunt is. I don't know what you're talking about. I understand that the incredibly fit woodland lady with the thick thighs, like tree trunks, will kill us
Yes,
if we don't take care of this so-called fish lady.
exactly. Then you know
then
exactly what
I-
the hunt is.
Turn to the juice and say, sorry for the balaclava, and then turn back to you guys and go, well, I don't understand what we're trying, like, why would we, like, just, she says, go do it, we say, okay, she leaves, we don't die, that's another day.
Yeah, you did well.
Should be
Just to be
thankful.
clear, she's not here anymore.
No.
Yes, it's gone.
Okay. Sasako is spitting mad. Like,
Father O'Reilly rizzed her up and she left.
Yeah.
Sasako is really, she shoots daggers at Flint and says, I don't know why you continue to accept her behavior. I asked her several very good questions that would have helped both her and us, given that she wants us to catch this fucking scaly bitch. And she says, oh, I know where she is. I can go find her anytime I like. And then I ask her, well, where is she? So we can go and find her so you can go back to doing whatever it is that you do. And she's like, oh, well, I'm actually not going to tell you and you have to figure it out by yourself. How the are we meant to do anything with this? But you are a better man than this. And I am upset that she has control over you like this. It makes me deeply, deeply angry. My witch would never do anything like that to me.
Look,
Sorry.
let me
I know
put this.
she's probably listening. Anyway,
Out of the void, you just hear a raspberry and see just a tongue sticking out and spitting on Sasako.
well, she's so powerful. Oh, I'm so powerful. I know where all the hacks are all the time, but I want you to be the ones to go and deal with it. But I'm not going to give you any information or any useful anything to point you in the right direction. I'm just going to give you a whimsical and non-directional instruction, and then be upset with you when you do not complete the task required. That.
You hear a thundercloud roar overhead as rain begins pouring down on just Sasako and no one else.
Storm.
Well,
I've made my point.
that's, no, Shimmer, no. Let her speak on her own. You don't need to stand up for her, Shimmer. Shimmer, no. Shimmer was gonna stand up for you, I think.
She definitely was. While this is happening,
Let us see, there's at least one of us on the back of this crocodile who has some fucking sense! And she's going to glare daggers at Flint again and stalk off to the base of OJ's tail and sit there in a huff.
The cloud
looking away
follows
from the rest
her
of you.
to the base
Yeah.
of the crocodile's tail.
Yeah. She's just sitting there in a huff, literal rain cloud.
Flint shakes his head, pulls out an actual cigar this time from under his poncho, walks over to the other side of the crocodile, as far away from Sasako as he can, lifts up his boot, strikes a match, lights up that cigar, and he reaches back in as he puts the little cigar case back under his poncho. He stops, pulls it back out, flicks it back open, and on the inside of the lid of this little filigree cigar case is like this hand-drawn picture of this stunningly beautiful elven woman with like auburn hair, and under his breath he's like, "You're not the only one who's lost something." And he flicks it shut again, puts the cigar case back into his poncho, and he just stands there brooding as he looks out over the river.
To see if I hear him say that?
Yeah, I don't see why not. Were you trying to be quiet about it, Sven?
Yeah.
Alright, that's fine.
No, he was trying to be quiet, but it doesn't mean that you don't notice.
I rolled a 12, which means I probably don't hear it.
I'll roll a something or other.
Stealth with charisma instead of dex.
Stealth with charisma instead of dex. So what's my charisma? My charisma's really low, so just a flat check plus 2. Alright, so we'll just roll that plus 2. It's a 16.
Yeah, I don't hear you.
I will say, like, you see him go to put the cigar case back in his pouch, stops for a second, looks at it for a little bit longer than what would be normal, and then just flicks it shut, puts it back, just stands there.
Well, I look from one end and look to the other, and yeah, I just look at Twinkle and go, "Listen, is there something to do with the Fey realm and not accepting gifts? Is that a thing? Like, if we accepted the knowledge from the lady, is that something that could then end us in a situation that old Flint's in at the moment, or is that something we need to worry about, or?" And then, can I do a religion check on that, just like as I'm sort of saying it out loud, to see if that's a thing that you'd need to worry about?
Sparkle will assist you with that as well, since you're talking to her about it. So, she'll roll a religion check to see if.
Oh, that's a 27.
All right. Well, never mind.
Jesus,
You've got
okay.
it.
Yeah, you're fine. It's quite possible that this could be like one of the things that could happen. It's not an improbability. There's lots of ways to end up like this. Pissing off a Fae is one of them. Sasco. And
And with the 27, could I also like light up my little gungy pipe and be like, "I wonder if anyone's ever been in like a relationship with an archfey."
And Flint would like to do something while he's brooding.
yeah.
As he's sort of standing as far away from Sasako as he sort of can be on the back of this creature, he's watching the river as it slowly goes by. That same bleak landscape, I'm imagining, the twisted, gnarled branches of these dead trees, the bones sticking up to the ground,
Yup.
the sickened landscape. He's going to use one of his ranger spell slots to use his primeval awareness.
Oh, nice.
So as an action, he can expend one ranger slot to sense whether there's any aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fey, fiends, or undead within 1 mile of where I am.
Okay. Cool. There is definitely a dragon within 1 mile of you. That much is obvious. Other than that, everything's lining up because it's the Feywilds. So you're sensing a lot of Fey, particularly like dead ahead. Sort of in the direction that OJ is swimming. Other than that, it's like a pretty peaceful sort of Neander. You are sensing like the presence of your patron, but like that's not out of the ordinary.
Nothing that's other than those few things. There's nothing that's standing out or anything like that.
No,
All
nothing that's imminent.
Father O'Leary is just going to open up his little flask and hand it to Twinkle, and then I should say, I'm just going to go check on the wee one. I'm going to walk up the back to Sasuke, up to the tail. Yeah, right. I'm a little sorry about before. I didn't mean to undermine what you were going for. I understood you wanted the information. I was just really afraid. Remember when we first met her and she like turned you into things and threatened to kill us all if we didn't listen?
Yes.
I know
No,
I'm
no,
old.
Father, the first thing I should do is apologize. I should have learned from last time we met her that she was not going to play. Oh.
Listen, it's not your fault that you think people are nice. It means that you're... Now, I'm going to check this because I've got in my notes down that your witch's name is D's Nuts. Was that a joke we were doing on the day?
That was a joke. That was a bit we were doing on the day.
Okay, because I wrote it down in my notes. I'm just going to correct that now.
I love that.
What's your witch's name?
Sastakaya.
Is it still raining on Sasako?
It is still raining on Sastakaya.
Yes, it is still raining on
Sastakaya.
I will take my jacket and hold it over her to block the rain, and I'll just say, listen, it's not your fault that you're a trusting good person. Your Sastakaya obviously raised you well and gave you a good home, and you're not used to people not helping. So I understand where you're coming from. I came from a good home too. So we'll find your friend.
He's gonna do a big... She says she wants us to help her, and then she won't let us help her when she has things we need to know to help her with.
And as Sasako says that, a blinding sort of strike of lightning hits Father O'Reilly's jacket and incinerates it, and the rain keeps pouring down on Sasako.
It's fine, Father. It's... At least this way I'm giving us something back to the river. I'm sorry, OJ. I miss my witch. I want to get us back home. I want to help Flint. I want to help Sparkle. I want to help you. I don't know why she's not telling us anything. I asked her a very basic question and I didn't expect anything in return aside from information. And if she is a big nasty Feywild creature, which I'm not saying that she is, but I get that she would want something in return, but all I can do in return is this.
I understand, but look, do you trust me?
Yes.
All right. And I take out a candle and I light it and I hold it under my hand under the rain so it doesn't go out. I say, hey, listen, what I want you to do is I want you to focus on the candle, on the fire there. Okay? I want you to feel warm. I want you to be happy and think of how good it's going to be when you find your good friend, the witch, Sasakaya. And I want you to just know that everything's going to be okay for the next 8 hours, and I'm going to cast suggestion.
Okay. Oh, that's so cute.
I'm gonna choose not to roll against this. I'm just gonna choose to let him succeed.
Oh, that's adorable. You two can take inspiration. That's adorable. And as as this moment sort of happens, OJ begins to slow down, and the cloud above Zarsako dissipates. Because Father O'Reilly did something, and Flint's patron has the hots for Father O'Reilly. And
When the cloud disappears, I turn and wink at the sky.
you can sort of see finger guns. No.
Finger guns, but in sunlight. Just sort of like shooting down.
Hey, look at that cloud. It looks like a fish. It looks like a turtle. Is that the archfey finger gunning?
No. You think for a moment you see a tree wink back at you. And OJ pulls up and turns to Flint and is like, okay, this is the city. So finding my notes. The river sort of begins to open up.
Big-shaped buildings.
It's fucking Night City, but with mushrooms.
And also, I will say, this would be if Jem wanted to. This is a place that Jem and Sven could actually chop in a scene
Yes.
if they wanted to. You don't have to. I was
Please
just saying.
do.
Please do.
What do you think,
Homework.
Jem? Is that okay? We'll work on something in the meantime, and we'll do a flashback next episode.
Yes, homework. That would be lovely. So the river it was like a very modest size river. It begins to open up wider and wider until you realize the lights you were seeing in the distance were that of a city. The biggest city that any of you have ever seen easily in your entire lives. The water is becoming so deep it would be impossible to walk in. So you're very grateful for your newfound companion OJ, who is ferrying you through the river. As also the land gradually begins to disappear as well. These mushrooms tower so high that they almost seem to touch the clouds, and there is it's filled with life. So on balconies and verandas, you see everything from bullywogs to all manner of unseelie and seelie fae. Just talking and flitting about the city. The banks slowly start to become wood-paved paths, bridges, and the mushrooms begin to become more and more dense. And I am really sad that did not load. And I had it prepared, and it's decided not to work.
What do you mean? I can see it perfectly.
Oh, you can see it?
With
Yeah,
mushrooms.
I can see
Oh,
mushrooms.
slay. Okay.
You might need
For
to
some
scroll
reason,
up.
mine's not working. It actually says it's loading. So that's really weird. But that's
Well,
okay. I'm glad you see it. Do you see a new picture? Just clarify. It's a new picture.
Yeah, so the one
Mushroom
from
city?
before with the dick-shaped towers and the big
Yeah.
mushrooms. Yes, this is a new picture. This is a very Tim
Okay.
Burton-esque mushroom-based city.
Good. I
Honestly,
am
they're not
glad.
that big.
Wow. Wow.
Thing.
Imagine,
Yeah.
imagine being Father O'Reilly and having such a fat horse cock that he's basically got 3 legs.
Well, Kieran was
No, it
playing
just looks like he's got a broom up his ass.
My boyfriend was playing The Witcher earlier, and Geralt was walking through the bathhouse, and one of the maids shouted out, "Oh, he's hung like a horse," but he was wearing a towel. So I'm like, how the fuck does she know how hung
You
he
can
is?
see the imprint in
towel?
the towel.
Can I
Oh, I didn't
just
think
say,
about that.
did anyone else think that was going a different direction then?
Yeah. It.
Oh, the big horse dick. Hey,
Jim.
my boyfriend. He's got the.
Grace, you have read enough smart to know that there is an imprint in towels.
Or maybe
Hey, we don't
Slightly
tell
damp.
people.
maybe there was a little helmet poking out the bottom. Maybe the towel just
What
wasn't
I thought
long enough.
instantly. That's what I thought.
There's
But
just a little.
Every
anyway,
time you see
Yeah,
Geralt
it's gonna
in a
it's
wheelchair,
gonna poke out
not
the edge of the
always
towel, especially when
because
it's
he's
down by
handicapped.
his fucking kneecap.
just as an aside, Any
Yeah.
hoozle.
Hey,
Got a bit
someday I'll
off
tell you that
track.
story, guys. I've got a story about this. It's quite crazy.
We'll keep it for the
we can
Patreon.
save that for the Witchlight after hours.
Yeah. Can I just ask a question? Are we
Yes.
going through these rivers, through the town?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Can I like grab hold of one of the spears? Because, you know, I always like a good story as a cleric. Stand
Yeah.
there, and I want to stand there and try and look heroic as we ride in on like a 60-foot
On the
crocodile
back of a
dragon.
dragon. He's 100 foot long.
Like I
He's
feel
100 foot long. He's
I
fucking
feel like
huge.
we would get a bit of attention as we're going through the town. So just like,
Yeah, if anyone looks over, Flint's smoking a cigar, and if anyone sort of looks at him, he sort of tips his hat.
Yeah, roll performance.
Sasuke would
Oh,
like
hang
to,
on.
While this is happening, Sasuke would like to run up to OJ's snout, which is sticking above the surface of the water, and sit right between his nostrils to get first eyeballs on everything.
I want to see this
She's-
fucking fan
He's
art.
so chill with that.
Someone,
He's so chill with that.
please.
quick question: Does
Speaking of which, if you don't draw this so I can make it
I'm
my
going to.
wallpaper, I'm gonna be so
going to.
upset.
does Shimmer have the gust spell?
I'll have a look, but I'll tell you what. While this is happening, she's sort of tapping her hand drum as it goes along as well, giving it a little bit of extra ambiance to the whole situation. Spells. No. No, she has prestidigitation.
Can that do like? Basically, I just want I like throw my scarf. I want to get it
Oh,
to
yeah,
blow
yeah.
majestically
Yeah,
behind
that
can
me.
can
do
do
that.
it. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yes. It can
Shimmer,
do that.
Make it look like heroic.
And she taps a little
Surely
bit faster on the
someone
drum.
roll performance.
We'll get Father Aurelia to do that. I think that's more
Yes,
his John.
I reckon.
Or yeah.
But I'm just a humble cleric.
I'm sure.
I'm putting on the heroic music now, by the way.
Inspiration.
Yeah.
17 with a guidance.
You guys are getting a lot of attention. Oh, and more.
20.
Yeah, you guys are getting a lot of attention. Sort of where it was this like buzzing hive of activity where people are buying, selling, and trading. Everybody has looked at you. Like, literally, everybody is looking at you. There is not a single person who is not looking at you, riding on a 100-foot dragon down the marsh. Everyone is looking at you.
And we look just totally badass. Just.
And it is silent. No one is saying a thing.
Yeah, we ride that dragon on into town.
Cool. You sort of come to like a docking area that's like what you perceive to be like the main part of town. And OJ, how long does the spell last, Sven?
We should probably. It's already gone like hours ago. Probably. Let me have a look.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Speak with animals. 10 minutes.
Hours ago. Anyway, for this, we'll just say it's sustained. He's like, here's where I'll let you go. I did end up coming a little bit more into the city here because it looked like you guys were having fun and enjoying being cool.
Yeah,
And
well,
being cool's important.
we were having a bit of a moment. I'm glad you picked up on that.
Yeah.
Juice.
I
Much
have
obliged.
good social skills. That's okay.
I was gonna say your social skills
Here's the sketch.
quite good.
They all of like 3 seconds.
And we disembark, and Flint turns back to the juice,
Oh, I love it.
tips his hat towards him, and he says, "Much obliged, partner. Till we meet again."
Okie dokie. Actually, maybe I might give you this. And this crocodile emerges from the water, and people are screaming because this like 100-foot crocodile just
Godzilla!
lollops
Godzilla!
out of the water and starts hacking really hard, like almost like a cat throwing up a furball,
What?
literally, and then just spits out this like whistle-looking thing that is covered in gunk and blood and like rotting meat, and he's like, if you need me to give you another lift, give me a call. I did death row you, and that hurt for both of us. If you need me, give me a holler. And then he sinks back into the water, and you can't even blink, and he is gone. Like joink. You could tell that when he was swimming you down the river, it was mostly for your safety. He is so fast.
I couldn't even blink. Anyone else not be able to blink for a second there?
Like, honestly, this may be the weirdest day I've ever had.
No,
Like-
this is just another Saturday in the Feywild, my friend.
Like-
Best get used to it, because it's only gonna get weirder.
Do you think this might be one of his last passengers?
Best not to think about that.
Maybe
But
he
anyway-
showed his nipple.
You've made it to Mushroom City. Yay!
Yay, we did it.
And
No one died.
I pick
Right.
up the distress whistle.
Now I need to buy a vest.
Yeah? Well, I was about to say, this is like a thriving city. So like you could find almost anything you're looking for. Like just looking around in this square, you can see a blacksmith, a general store, a barber shop, a massive marketplace, as well as like an adventuring tavern. So there's lots to do and lots to see. It's like your first main checkpoint. It's like hitting the Emerald Grove and Baldur's Gate. Oh, welcome back to the stream that I can't say the name of, right? So I'm not gonna say it, and then everyone wins.
If you had to take a guess what it was called, any guesses?
Wild Beyond the Witchlight, Secrets of the Hourglass Coven.
Nope.
That's what I was gonna. No.
It's close.
No?
It's close,
Shit.
but we'll get there one day. But don't worry, the people
the
at home.
Witching Hour. Secrets of the Hourglass Coven.
Why does everyone keep putting coven at the end of that? There's no coven. There's no coven. There never was.
Oh, really?
It's Beware the Witching Hour, Secrets of the Hourglass. That's all that it is.
That is a Mandela effect.
There's
For
never,
sure.
There was
It is
That is a
little bit.
Mandela
I
effect,
thought
to
it
be
was-
Don't make up
sure.
words. That's not a thing. Mandela effect.
To be sure.
That's
That
the
is a
Nutella
Mandela
effect.
effect.
there's never a coven on that.
Give me Nutella.
I don't know where you got it from.
Oh,
You said it every single time, and every single time I'm like, nope, still not it. Still no coven.
That's the only thing consistent about the
exactly.
intro is
Yeah.
that I've said coven every time.
Yep.
Well, that's fine.
But we're
It is
not
what it
known for
is.
our consistency here on Crit and Miss, so we're keeping things on brand.
Real.
Yeah. So nothing wrong with that. Adds to the flavor, adds to the character.
You haven't asked us a question.
Me?
Yeah, there's no banter. There was no banter topic up front. We found our own banter
Oh.
topic.
I'm
As we
so
arrive in
sorry.
Mushroom City, I want a banter topic. I love answering questions.
I forgot to give you a banter topic. I
It
feel
makes
like
me
such
feel
an
important.
asshole. Yes.
Can I do one?
Go
Okay,
like a witch.
So, I want you guys to name
Oh shit.
your favorite brand of dishwashing liquid and why.
Oh, fuck me.
Aldi Logic because it's cheap.
Favorite brand of dishwashing liquid? Holy shit. I can't remember the name of it, but let me tell you, I was using cheap dishwashing liquid for a while because I'm Dutch and I'm poor. And even if I wasn't poor, I'd still buy cheap stuff. again because I'm Dutch. But then one day, like, it just wasn't washing anything, and then I got like the real expensive one. You know what I mean? Like, people were expecting me to hop in my my Mercedes G-Wagon.
Let me go to Tesla and go
Enjoy, yeah,
down.
yeah, exactly, yeah. People were expecting me to hop into my McLaren and tuck it into the tiny little glove compartment or something like that. It was like the real expensive one, and I tell you what, do yourself a favor, don't buy the cheap stuff, buy the expensive stuff. It will change your life.
It does.
Can I ask, as a caveat to that question,
Mhm.
like, what scrubbies do you use? So
Uh,
let me rephrase the question. What is your favorite dishwashing liquid? And then after that, what is your preferred method of scrubbing said dishes?
oh wait, no, I'm talking about dishwashing machine here. That's
I was talking about liquid.
oh,
like
just
for
the normal the soap
yeah,
one.
the
Oh
soap
shit!
one.
Whatever is there. I don't care. I'll drop a
Yeah, but
bar
what's
of
your-
bath
what's-
soap
what's
in
your-
there.
What's your chosen dishwashing implement?
My
The dishwasher.
if it were up to me,
Yeah, clearly.
if it were up to me, I would have an assortment of dishwashing tools available to me for various situations. I'd have a brush. I'd have one of those little sponges with the green thing on one side and the yellow thing on the other
The
side.
scrubby and the scrubby and the sponge together. Wow.
Yeah, I'd have a scourer, one of the metal scourers. I'd have a couple different grades for different levels of dirt.
Filth.
And then I'd have like those blue I don't know what to call them. You know what I'm talking about? The blue
Chucks.
sheets of
Chucks.
shit,
Chucks cloth.
whatever it is. Yeah.
Yeah, chucks. Chucks.
Yeah.
CHUX. Chucks.
Yeah, I'd have those, and I have them all sort of arrayed. But unfortunately, no one respects my system. I see people using the dishwashing, what did you call it, scrubby, to wipe down tables and benches, and I'm like, no, I can't use that now. That's spoiled, and I can't use it. Now I have to buy a whole new
It's-
packet.
It's so fascinating to me how into this Liquor Witch is. Like, I can see
so
the
invested.
fire and the rage in her eyes as Sven was talking about the double-sided fucking gritty yellow and
What are you telling
green
me?
thing.
You're telling me
No, okay.
it's
okay,
economic.
So, in my defense, I have like my chosen dishwashing liquid of choice when I'm doing hand washing dishes
Mhm.
is a truly wild combination. I agree of the basic home brand dishwashing liquid cut with just a touch of
Vodka.
Sally's sugar soap.
Oh. Okay. All right. So you're
Fair
making
enough.
you're making a homebrew mix.
Yeah,
It's brave.
yeah. But my tools of the trade
Your implements,
are
yes.
the standard stiff bristle scrubbing brush
You gotta have one of those.
and a scrub daddy. Now the
Oh,
scrub
yes.
daddy, the scrub
Yes.
daddy
Is this
relies
another
on
thing like
you.
edging?
Scrub Daddy. Wasn't
No.
that your nickname in high school, Mod?
It was. They called Big Scrub Daddy. They called me. I don't know why. But at the time, I had an afro, and they used to pick me up and use me on things. I have no idea why though.
The reason I say a scrub daddy is because I've got a couple of cast iron pieces of cookware.
Mm.
So when I'm using the scrub daddy, using the cold function on the scrub daddy, because they get stiff when they're in the cold and they get flexible when they're in the heat. With a cast iron piece
Don't
of
we all?
cookware, you cannot use any soap. So you use cold water, a stiff scrub daddy to really get those bits off.
You keep saying
then-
Scrub Daddy like I'm supposed to know what that is.
How do
What
you
is
not
that?
know what a scrub
I-
daddy
How
I'm
do you
so
Scrub
not?
Daddy?
Yeah.
I don't even know what a
So
daddy is.
Liquor Witch.
Oh,
I have a scrub mummy, and it
You have a
is the
scrub mummy?
best thing I have ever. No, seriously. For the brief time
It's
that
a
me
sponge
and my
with a scour
boyfriend
on a stick.
were living in like our own apartment, we were washing our own dishes. I specifically sought out a scrub mummy because fuck the patriarchy.
You see,
It's
kids.
a scrub daddy that is bigger with a bow on it.
When a scrub
Yeah,
mummy
man,
and a
that's
scrub daddy love each other very much.
They procreate. They mess it. They create 2 little baby scrubbies.
Let's make little scrub babies.
The only reason I ask is the only reason I have these differentiations is because of the cast iron cookware situation.
Yeah.
Generally, Scrub Daddy on the hot mode is good for basically anything. Like I clean my entire shower with Scrub Daddy.
And the dishes, same scrub daddy, separate scrub daddy.
Two separate scrub daddies.
Traumatized.
All right.
2 separate scrub daddies. One for bathroom equivalent stuff.
You ever get
and
them mixed
one
up?
For kitchen equivalent.
Are you
stuff.
not sure?
No, because they're 2 very different colors.
Okay.
One is green and one is orange.
Never like, oh, I'm not sure which one's which. Ah, fuck it.
My whole
Ben
method
is
for
so
washing
scared.
is I go
His face.
water so hot that it's basically just boiling. So I'm the only one that can get stuff out of it. And just over the last like 20, 30, oh my God, probably 30 years of washing the dishes at that temperature, my hands have developed a resistance to heat. So now I can
I'm also in the heat resistant hands.
yeah, people freak out and you're just like, listen, if you only use a little bit of soap and this little sponge washer,
You need like
with a temperature well above 100 degrees Celsius, it comes off. You're good.
it comes off. It'll come off. One way or another, it'll come off.
Yeah. Always have an
Anyway.
oxy torch on handy as well, just in case.
Oxytocin
I mean, to
work?
be fair, if you've baked something into a pan or cooked something into a pan, the number one way to get rid of that shit is to put the pan on super high heat and then just tip in a bunch of really hot water and a dishwasher tablet.
Oh, I always think the number one way of getting rid of it is just to fucking leave it there, and then if it's too bad, you throw
I
that
swear
son
to
of a
God,
bitch out the window.
If you say it adds flavor, I will remove you from the call.
Well, it does.
I can't stand the French people who do that. Like, I've seen like shows, French cooking shows, where they're like, "Oh, and I don't wash my pan," and I'm like, "Huh?"
To be fair, I understand why. Because for certain like my oven trays, for example, right? Like every time I bake or do anything in my oven, I put down like baking paper or a silicone oven tray, right?
Mhm.
I do not clean the pan underneath unless there's something that obviously needs to be cleaned. Like if
Girl, that's nasty.
I don't tend to put anything cheese based in the
That's
oven.
nasty. No,
It's not nasty.
That's
It's
nasty.
fine. No, the
Okay,
oven,
nasty.
the oven
defense,
is
in my
operating
defense,
at several hundred degrees. It's gonna kill any bacteria in there. It's totally fine.
Y'all are nasty.
In my defense, I'm not talking about the pan I used to make like cook potatoes and stuff like that. Like that gets cleaned. That gets cleaned.
No.
I'm talking about the base level oven trays, which I then put something on top of.
No.
No. See, I clean my dishes. I'm very particular about my dishes. But whatever
Okay.
goes in that oven,
Well-
I don't give a shit.
I didn't get the size by not eating, so
I don't know if it's just because I grew up with a mum as a doctor. I am pedantic
You mean a doctor as a mum?
about
I'm so confused. Hang on,
to be fair, my mum is also a
You
doctor.
had a
You know
mum
what I
as a
mean.
doctor?
PhD. My
You
mum's
know
got a
what I mean.
PhD. She's only out here doing sociology about death and stuff. Like nothing like specifically interesting. She's like, "Oh, do you guys want to go hang out in a graveyard in Croatia?" And we're all like, "Okay."
I would do that.
I misworded. My mum is a doctor, and so
Okay, yeah.
she's a massive germaphobe. And if it's not like eat off it, yeah, like if you can't see your reflection in it, it's not for eating off.
But
So-
she knows about the oven being like hot enough to kill the bacteria, right?
Yeah,
knows
she
about
does,
that.
but
this
it just
sounds
has to be
sensible to
clean
me.
anyway. It has to
sounds
be clean
sensible to me.
anyway.
The only reason I say that is because I
So-
recently did an incredibly deep clean on my oven, like spray the oven cleaner and leave it for 4 days, and then do another spray.
Yeah.
I also have ADHD. I did forget that I initially sprayed it the first time, but like that's beside the point. Like I did do the deep clean to the point where I pulled everything out, ran the removable parts through the dishwasher, got everything like pristine, fucking sparkling in there, right? But the inbuilt oven trays have stuff baked in that I'm not gonna ever be able to remove. That's why I lay things down on top of them.
Yep. It's fine.
Yuck.
That's fair enough.
It's good.
No, that's
It's not
yucky.
gonna. It's not gonna make me sick because I know that it's been like treated to a temperature high enough to kill
Yep.
any bacteria.
It's totally fine. And in
It's
an
carbonized-
emergency,
It's carbonized material.
you can eat that.
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't. But
You
like,
just scrape it out. You scrape it out with a spatula,
No.
with a steel
good-
spatula.
Good to know, Sven, that you like to eat dirt. Because
You
that's
make-
basically what that is.
You make chips.
I'm gonna side with Grace's mum on this
Oh.
one. I think Grace's mum. What sort of doctor is she?
Racist mom has got
It's
it going on.
She is a GP
Yeah,
with like
no,
a
she's-
specialty in like cardio.
Yeah, she's seen enough. She knows that stuff it's a carcinogen. Like, yes, it's been
Yeah.
there forever, but that means extra carbon, which will burn in the oven, setting into the food.
Yep.
Extra carcinogens lead to cancer.
Yum.
She knows all about this stuff. She's just taking care of your Grace. Damn it, just listen to your mother, Grace. Sorry.
It's just yucky. Like, I don't know. Like, it's like some people don't clean their air fryers. And
Yeah, that's right.
I can't deal. I can't deal. I can't deal.
Yeah, I don't judge people when they don't, but I do judge them when I get sick from it.
Yeah, same.
But
My health is so important.
of course it is. But yeah, I have eaten raw monkey before, so don't take my word for healthy stuff.
I've eaten crickets, and like when I went to Hong Kong, I've had crickets. I've had like worms. I've had all that stuff. Crickets are actually really good.
Yeah. Speaking
I
of someone
love
who's been one of
crickets.
those weird kids who ate cicada shells for fun,
Which did you
I
grab?
imagine crickets would be good.
You did
Anyway,
what?
I'm so sorry for
Back it up.
I'm so sorry for deviating everything into dishes discourse.
No. He
No,
chopped it.
it's good. It's good conversation. I liked it.
Anyway,
I've got-
to recall back to the eating cicada like shells for fun, I did. I grew up in Palmerston North, which is one of the like central sort of like North Island situations in New Zealand. It has a very temperate climate, very warm, a lot of cicadas, all that sort of stuff. And I was a weird farm kid from the get-go. Moved out from the Wairarapa into like Palmerston North and was like, cicadas. These are brown shells. I'm gonna try them because
That's
so are prawn
filthy.
chips.
I have problems. And then I was like, actually,
Yucky.
no, because they're not yucky. They're
Yucky.
not, though. You ate crickets. How can you be weird about eating cicada shells?
Because it's like, I don't know, like, because it comes off it, because I didn't see it come off a tree. I didn't pick it off the fucking tree and put it in my mouth like a whip.
Yeah, in my defense, I only ate like 3 of them, and I was like, okay, now I
Three
know
of
enough information about it.
3 of
You're talking to someone who managed to convince their friends that eating cat kibble was a good idea.
No,
We were in our
but-
20s at the time.
So Baby Liquor Witch did not just take a cicada off a tree and took one and ate it and
Cicada
was like,
shell.
yes,
Cicada shell.
yes.
The
You did
shell.
not take 1, but 3. It took you 3 times to be like, yeah,
Yeah.
no, this isn't grody. I like it. It's
Yeah,
kind of
so-
good.
I'm not saying that I continue to eat them like chips going forward, but like I'm not grossed out or weirded out by it.
My parents fed me actual food.
Yeah, so did mine, but like I had massive neurodivergency, and I was basically alone for a lot of the day. So like,
Oh, it's the fact,
in my
you know
defense,
what, low key.
like look.
Now that
look,
you've said something gross, I feel like I need to even it out. When I was little, I used to really like the taste of like rust.
I don't blame you. It fucking
Yeah,
slaps. Tastes
that's-
like blood.
That's gonna.
I like rust. Rust is
That's-
good.
That's really bad for your health.
Rust
I'm-
tastes like
I'm reading-
scabs. And
I'm
for
reading
scabs,
this
it's good.
and
It's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Way to unofficially say I used to eat my scabs.
Liquor, it looks good. It looks good. I'm reading up on it. The best time to actually eat the cicadas is when they come out of the shell.
I don't want
Um,
to eat the cicadas. I want to eat the shells. of the
No, you
cicadas.
can eat the shells.
No,
you can
it's
eat
a
the whole
cicada.
thing. You can
It's
eat
the
those shells
fucking
and that.
cicada.
Yeah, the shells are fine. It's just keratin.
The shell, it's like the crackling of the cicada.
Yeah, it's like the
Oh,
crunchy
yuck.
bit. It's good.
Ben, don't encourage this behavior.
You have eaten crickets.
It's
It's the
different.
same.
It's
You,
different.
look,
It's different.
you've eaten the guts of a cricket. I've
It's
never done
different.
that. How
And
is
they
it
were
different?
alive as well.
How
I
is it
also want to
different?
clarify.
Why are you saying things that make you sound worse?
The benefits of a
situation.
cicada shell. It is often used effectively to treat allergy symptoms, childhood convulsions, fevers, early stages of non-erupted measles, and edging.
And edging. Interesting.
Itchy.
That explains a
know
lot.
This is the biggest load of bullcrap I've had in my life. No.
Speaking of loads of bullcrap, shall we play some Dungeons and Dragons?
Yeah,
Or-
Yeah,
actually-
let's do that. I'm so sorry. I have fucking
Let's do it.
derailed 2 conversations already.
The
that
way this conversation
I
progressed.
started both of them, and I derailed both of them.
I'm so
I'm
proud
so sorry.
of this conversation. We've gone from like dishwashing preferences to like eating fucking bugs.
And
No,
s-
eating bug shells.
So it's all
No.
going to be on air too, on
Great,
YouTube for
awesome.
posterity. So everyone's going to know about
I'm
your
so glad.
dietary
Everyone's
habits.
gonna know. Everyone's gonna know that I ate bug shells as a child.
But
No
look,
one's gonna, funniest part is no one's gonna be surprised at all. No one's gonna be surprised by any stretch of the imagination.
Eh,
It's gonna be like, oh yeah, she looks at the type to eat bugs.
how does someone look like the type to eat bugs? Anyway. Anyway.
You can't talk. You tried to kiss a bee and got stuck in the face.
Wrong
What?
end,
What
Grace.
did
Wrong
this
end of the bee.
Oh, this is true. I forgot that I got stung by a bee. I thought you said by a bear. And I'm like,
No, it's a panther.
No,
His
wow.
name is Bear.
took choose the bear way too literally.
give yourself inspiration, Father. Really.
Yeah,
I'm gonna take that
honestly.
inspiration, add it to the other
Yeah, can we all
Take
get
it.
inspiration for this fucking
Yes.
conversation?
For this
Great,
conversation,
awesome.
everybody can have inspiration.
I think the
Lovely.
people watching this, if they're still watching it, they deserve inspiration at this point.
I agree.
If
Everybody,
you guys are still watching, it's okay to be that weird kid. It's okay. Like we're all adults.
everybody, get
It's
you
fine.
deserve
You
inspiration.
won't die.
Judging you,
You won't
weird
die.
kids.
Don't listen to him.
All right.
I'm not judging you. Weird
Inspire.
things happen all the time when you're by yourself.
Inspire us, Grace.
Fine.
Inspire us.
Okay, you're all inspired. Everybody who's lasted this long also gets inspiration. Thank you for putting up with us. Any hoozle, what topping would you like to do?
I think this is a good moment as we're disembarking for Flint to sort of motion for the team to get together.
Mm.
I don't know if they.
Sasuke would like to do that, but before she does, she wants to go and give OJ a little bit of like a friendly, like you know how you like rub a cat on top of his head. To, like,
OJ is gone. He zipped
OJ's
off.
gone.
He just went. He fucking yeeted out.
Yeah, he but that's okay. That's all right because here, Flint pulls out the whistle, and he's
You
like,
can summon him again.
he left us a little parting gift, so to speak. And look, I know you and I, despite being almost the same height, don't always see eye to eye, but you did good back there, Sasuke. You did mighty good, and I don't know where I would be if you hadn't cast those spells like you did. Look. And he just holds out the whistle to you. I think you should have this.
Shimmer's gonna reach over and cast prestidigitation and clean all the gunk off it.
Yes, that's. Thank you.
Like this is. She's gonna take the whistle in one of her little paws and hold it real close to her chest.
Oh,
Now I'm entrusting that to you, Sasuke. I expect you to look after it, and only use it when we really need it.
Yes, she's gonna pull it down past her. She's gonna take her hat off, pull it down past her ears, and tuck it into the front pocket of her dungarees.
Yeah, and it's shaped like a little crocodile as well. Like it's like the Appa whistle from Avatar. It's just
Mhm.
like a little crocodile.
She's
Now,
gonna so it's around her neck. She's gonna tuck it into the front pocket of her dungarees, next to her big like bell that she has right here.
I need y'all to listen up. We made a hell of an entrance coming into this place. And I got no reason to suspect there might not be more folk out there who, well, let's just say, don't wish us well. So, I'm thinking we're gonna be heading out there. We need to, stick together. Keep your eyes peeled. If we're gonna find information about your witch, or any of these hags that we're looking for, this is as good a place as any to get started. I don't know what what you think, Father O'Reilly?
Well, I think it's a good opportunity for us to maybe take in the local nightlife, have a drink or two, meet the locals. He says, scanning around, looking at the place. I'm sure there's many people here in need of some spiritual healing, and they may also have some information.
Well, should we find somewhere to stay?
Them's
and then
wise
go from there?
words. I myself am hanging for a stiff drink. And if you're gonna get information in a place like this, he turns around and has a look at the tavern. It's in a place like that. Now, Sasako, can't help but replay in my head your little confrontation with the Archfey. There might be more that we can learn in a place like that than just where to find a hag. You see, sometimes you need to know when to hold your cards a little closer to your chest. Would Flint have any reason to believe that there might be some card games being played in said tavern?
Roll me a history check.
Okay, let's roll a history check. Not my strong suit. Get it? Little blackjack. Anyway.
No, I got it. It was bad, but I
Poker.
got it.
That was good, thank you. 13. That's a 13 on the history check.
13. You think that less card games, more dice games.
Yeah.
Well,
I
You
don't know
know-
about holding your cards close to your chest. But are you asking me to be quiet until I know what to ask?
what I'm trying to say is sometimes it's best not to play your hand too early.
I don't know what that means. You need to be very clear about what you're asking me.
Father
Flint.
O'Reilly,
Otherwise,
can you help me out here? Not to give away your position. Not
Well,
to.
I think we want to sort of more inquire generally to get as much information as we can before we
So
tell
you
you
want me to-
specifically.
ask about wider context, not specifically.
Yeah.
Maybe ask like who's in control around these parts, where we find those people. We have like general questions, because if you start saying where's my witch, looking for your witch, they might get confused.
No, right?
Look.
Yeah.
What
I
I'm
think
trying to
it's
say
a good
is.
idea to find out how they feel about all the different witches. If we walk in and it's a general dark place, we might be more. But if they're all standing there going, like, fuck the witch, then we maybe be a little bit more forthcoming. But
Hey,
let's feel the room.
I think I understand.
Let's just not go
But
in there like a
we could-
Hollyphant in a candy shop.
I don't know what that means, but I think what I will do is before I ask a big question, I will ask one of you before I ask if it is an okay question to ask.
Yeah, that'll do.
Listen, I think you've got it. I think you'll be fine.
I'm just worried. I don't want to put people's noses out of joint.
Listen.
By
Listen. I know a little trick. Little one. If anything happens, if you say the wrong thing, you give me the signal, and I might be able to help out.
What's the signal?
Just go, oh shit, I said the wrong thing.
Can we not do something with my paws instead? I know. What I will do is I will ring my bell twice, and she rings a bell. Ting ting.
What if I shoot my gun into the air?
Let's not do that either. If I do this and she goes again, ting ting, I can play it off like I'm itching myself because as your lovely friend, said I have fleas, apparently.
Oh, right. Yeah, no, that's probably better than me shooting
So
my
I
gun
can
at the
pretend that I am just itching,
Hmm.
but if I go ting ting twice,
Then I know it's time for the thing that we rehearsed. That
Yeah.
it's fine. There's nothing
Okay.
that can go wrong. We're gonna be perfectly good.
All right. Well,
okay, I will let you both talk, and I will try to find somewhere soft to sit.
are we in
and maybe-
agreement then?
Yes.
We're getting a drink.
Stiff drink and a good game of, I was going to say cards, but dice, I guess we'll do.
Dice I can work with. Sasuke used to play dice all the time.
Oh, right. What did you play?
We rolled 1 of 6s. We rolled queens. We also did the thing where you think you're going to lose, and then you make the dice wink at you, and then you win again.
All right, you're going to have to show me how to do that one. Never heard of that before. And this banter continues as we approach the tavern, Grace.
So can everybody roll me a perception check with advantage?
Yes, I was going to ask for that. Perception check with advantage. Roll. Oh, that's pretty good.
Sasuke got a 14 on the highest one.
Play.
21 for Flint Beastwood.
Only a mere
21.
20.
That's okay.
A meager, pathetic 20 from Father Aureli.
That's a dirty, dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Drop him in the chat. Oh, wait, we
Ah.
can't. We're not live. God damn it.
That's upsetting.
It is upsetting.
We can drop them on the YouTube channel.
We're going to drop him on the Dizzy.
I'm so glad you guys got that dirty 20 DC. Like, it's fucking rules.
It's good. It's really good.
Just, ugh.
That dirty 20 guy, it's thick.
What does Flint
thick.
Beastwood see that Father Aureli doesn't with his pathetic 20?
Pretty much the same thing. You actually all succeeded. So,
Yeah.
all around you on balconies and lofts, on street corners, you all see dark green frog-like women with frog-like appendages watching intently at everyone and everything. They remind you, Sven,
Is this
of the
Innsmouth?
woman that you saw in OJ's eyes.
Uh-huh. All right.
And I'll put up a picture so that everybody can see.
But I see that
Have I got it?
a little bit better than Father Aureli did.
Yes.
Yeah, I
slightly.
See, I see slightly more details than Father Aureli.
you see I guess you would understand a little bit more that they look similar to her, I guess. It's almost like the same person but just different.
So
So
are these all pictures around the tavern?
So this is they're everywhere. So they're on balconies, staring down at you. They're on street corners watching people walk past. They're
I've got a question
guarding
for the DM.
doors.
Is there a range between old and young frog ladies,
No.
or are they all just kind of they look the same?
They're all exactly the same. Just
Identical?
ageless. I beg your pardon?
Identical frog ladies.
Identical, ageless, and there's nothing behind their eyes. Sven, you'll recognize that same fluoro blue glow behind their eyes. There is nothing, no pupil, and the way they're watching is very I would describe it as not being all there.
Mhm.
It's kind of just the way somebody would sort of watch, the way a cat would watch a mouse
Mhm.
sort of play in front of it.
Or
Almost.
like a security camera that you think maybe is focusing on you, but you're not sure.
Yeah.
Is this everyone that we can see, or are there other people as well?
This is everyone.
I'm starting to
Everyone.
I'm starting to get a bit of a unfriendly.
So they're
Yeah.
not just watching you, they're watching the lunar moth lady standing on the street corner discussing
Okay.
her latest bunch of flowers. They're watching the couple promenading in the
Yeah.
riverboat. They're watching everyone.
So there
They're
are other
watching the
people
group of
around.
football boys coming in to drink at the bar and that sort of thing. They're just watching.
Okay.
Yeah,
So these
they're
are
just observing.
CCTV frog cameras.
I
Yeah.
like it. So this is us walking towards the bar. Can we see? Is there shops and stuff around?
Yeah, as I said, it's like a very thriving place. So there's a blacksmith, there's a general store, there's a barber shop, and then there's like a massive marketplace.
All right.
So
Well,
Sasuke's gonna reach up and tug at Father Aureli's little like waistcoat edge. I need to buy components.
yes. Well, Flint. What if we just have a quick nip of this and take out my little wine skin, give a sip, and hold it out for anyone that wants some, and we'll get.
Oh,
So
what's that? She's gonna take it and take a big slug.
Oh, yep. This is how it started last time, but I'm sure it'll be fine this time. She's probably got a tolerance by now. But we might go do a little tiny bit of shopping before we go, because I have a feeling some of us may spend all our money on the alcohol.
If it's all the same to you, Father Aurelia, I'd rather indulge myself in a bit of a luxury here. There's no reason why we need to stick together. If you and
That's
our
no
little
problem then.
furry friend here want to do a step of shopping, just
All right, well,
keep your eyes peeled.
keep my ass peeled.
Keep your ass peeled. Peel
My ass
that
peeled.
ass.
Please, your eyes, Father, not your ass.
Not sorry.
Oh,
It's a bit of an inflection.
I was thinking this is a little bit different. But yes, Sasuke and I will head out and do get some components. We'll get whatever we need for Shimmer as well. If you need any components, dearie. No?
Maybe. I
And
don't
she
know.
hands me a piece of paper with the ingredients she needs. No problem, we'll get that. And yes, I just need to get.
Shimmer, you'll stay with Flint, right?
Yes.
You know what? Let's leave that open-ended, and we'll let Jem decide which way she goes on the next episode. I think.
Mm.
Does that sound fair?
Go with you. You guys can. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
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 I mean, Flint's got Bear with them. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Well, I was more worried about leaving her on her own.
No. I'll let her decide which way she wants to go with you guys, with us, if it becomes relevant at some point. But I think by the time we're finished with tonight's episode, I think it should be okay. I mean, yeah. So
You hope.
well,
Hey,
well,
Father,
I hope.
let's go. I can see one of them. The ones with long ears. I've got these stuff that I need to fight.
Excellent. All right. Well, guys, have fun doing the things you're doing. We'll catch up with you at the tavern in a little bit. But for now, to the shops. And we walk towards the markets.
The shops.
Bananas. Okay, who wants to go first?
I'll let them go first.
No.
Sasuke's
stress.
basically gonna like grab Father Aurelia and just trail him over towards
Oh, here we go.
one of the elves that she's seen that has some of the components and stuff that she needs for her spell casting. So, like, I know we're not necessarily doing components and that sort of thing, but that's kind of what she's looking at. She's like, oh,
Yeah.
oh, so shiny. Oh, I can see that's the black root, and that is the shimmer pearl. I can't afford that. It's much too expensive. Hello.
Okay, so let me see where you guys are. So if you wanted to get spell components, I'd probably go to the marketplace.
That's where we're going. Yes,
Yeah, we're at the marketplace.
Cool beans.
I'd
Well,
go to the barber.
potion store.
Yep, potion store.
Potion store.
Yep.
Cute. This is like my favorite piece of art I'd found.
Oh my god, she's beautiful.
I love her.
Can't see her yet. Oh, there she is. Hello there. Yeah, you're clipping a bit through those bottles, but that's okay.
you
Wings are beautiful.
Thank you, child. Is there something I can help you with today?
What do you sell aside from the potions? Do you sell components?
Of course I sell components, child. What specifically were you looking for, sweet one?
I need frost root, and I need fire run.
Ooh, okay. Let me see what I have. She sort of takes her veiny, delicate bat wings and flutters up to like the top of the store and grabs onto the poles that you see lining the roof and flips upside down and starts going through the stashes underneath the alcove in the roof.
This goes like literally like paws on face, like.
And she's just like hanging upside down, just like, oh, not that one. Oh, not that one either. Where did I put it? I know I had it yesterday. And then she sort of flies to the adjacent wall and starts like walking down the wall like vertically. And she's like, oh, here it is. And then she flutters back down. She's like, now, in terms of payment, how much do you have on you? We work on an honors system here, so if you just give me what you have, whatever you have, we'll call it even Steven.
I have 1 gold.
He holds a big shiny gold coin.
Oh, lovely child. No. You don't need to give me that much if that's all you have.
Yes.
How about you just give me a high five and we'll call it even.
Okay.
Okay. And she reaches down and gives Sasuko a nice big high five. And she's like, oh, one more thing. And she sort of reaches into her drawer and pulls out a scratch and sniff sticker and sticks it to her dungarees. Yeah. And it just says, you're bat-tastic. And she's like, anything to encourage the little ones in potion making. Thank you for shopping small. Come back when you're ready. Bye.
I wonder how she makes
Yeah,
potions
she's
Sasuke was
very
so
with those
fucking
excited.
claws.
jazzed. She's like, hell yeah.
Is there anything else you'd be needing? Other
No,
person that's
I
with the
just-
small cat.
I need to tell you that you are beautiful, and I love your wings. They are translucent and lovely.
Thank you very much. I shine them every day.
I think are beautiful.
Thank you. And she sort of takes her, like, doesn't really have hands. She's just got claws, and she kind of just, like, gives you, like, a little wave as best she can with her, like, little stubby claw things.
I take Sasuke's hand as she's leaving and sort of go out with her and say, I'm very glad you said the things that need to be said then.
You mean she was beautiful?
Yes, I don't know how I felt about that, but
But that's okay. We got a discount. We go back to the
yeah,
tavern.
that's good. I just need one thing. I was thinking about a gift, a shiny gift, and
Not
looking
for the
around.
wood lady.
I'm just looking for something. A mirror.
Well, I will say, do the two of you want to roll an Arcana check?
Yes, I will.
Yes. Is this to figure out the sticker or something like that?
No, it's just like a relevant lore drop that I'm kind of gonna give you guys because it pertains
16.
a lot
was
to
the
like
roll.
the like dynamic I'm trying to set up.
So what was the
It's a net 20
DR of
Father
that check?
O'Reilly.
Just curious.
Like a 10.
Okay, right.
So
That's a nat 20, baby.
Net 20. Hell yeah.
doubling it. So you sort of, even though you were distracted, but she is a vampire spawn, and she's considered unseelie. I would make a note of
Oh.
that. Anytime I mention whether someone's seelie, unseelie, like the specific category, it would definitely be helpful to make note. So she is a vampire spawn, and she's considered unseelie.
We didn't get her name though, did she?
No, she didn't give you her name.
Why would you
But-
give anyone your name in a Feywild marketplace?
But if you turn around to like look at the store you walked in, it's called the Twisted Quadruplets potion shop. So there's 4 of them that look exactly the same.
Sasuke would like to run back inside,
Yes.
just briefly, and stick her head in the door and say,
The beautiful bat lady.
Yes, child.
What is
She's
your
hanging
name?
upside down from the rafter. Well, my name is Casper. My 3 other sisters are in the back. And we have Salem. She's got the most beautiful long brown hair. Then we have Carrie. She's got the most beautiful red hair. And then we have Buffy. And she's got really long blonde hair.
So, Casper, Salem.
Casper, Salem, Carrie, and Buffy.
I just wanted to know so I can tell my friends when I go back home if they come here, they should find you.
Oh, you are so sweet. Have another sticker. And she flies down. She gets another scratch and sniff sticker, and it's just like a big star, and it says you're a star. They're just merit stickers.
Casper,
Yes. Yes.
you're very pretty.
Thank you.
Have you seen a person wearing a cloak made of stars? Maybe.
Ooh. She kind of thinks. And she flies out the back to her sisters. And she opens the curtain, and you see 3 more of them that look exactly identical to her, with different hair colors. And she's like, "What do we think, ladies? Cloak, stars, witch, I'm guessing?" She turns to Sasuke.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're all sort of thinking, when Salem pipes up. She says, "Well, I did actually serve a lady a little while ago that had a cloak made out of stars. Did she smell vaguely of gingerbread?"
Yes.
"Yes. She came in, she bought some bullywog, like saliva, and then she left. She was very nice, though. She was covered in cat hair."
That's good to know. Thank you.
"That's
Can
okay.
I,
Well, if
can I give you something for your information?
yes, of course."
she's gonna put down the big star sticker.
This is a placeholder.
A
for-
placeholder.
For something good I will give you later for telling me that.
"Oh, aren't you just the sweetest?" And she comes over and she like ruffles your hair. "You are welcome back anytime you would like.
Thank you.
You are
You're all
most
very
welcome."
pretty.
And she's gonna
Aw,
scurry out the door again.
That's so cute.
The benefit of having a very small cat-shaped child creature on your roster.
Yeah, I would have shot him.
What happened when you went back in there? Was I heard you say something about your witch. Did they see some?
I've
Did she
seen
see
her.
something?
I've seen her. One of them saw her and she came in and bought a bullywug spit. Which I don't know what it is for, but at least she was here. She's alive. Which is good. And also they are all very,
Fantastic.
very pretty, but they all have the different hair colors. So don't mix them up when you're going to try and raise them up, okay?
But obviously the other 3 couldn't be as attractive as that one. That's
Oh
just
no,
not
they're all the same. They just have different hair colors.
Okay, we need to go. We need to go.
Yeah, we need to go. Okay, we go
need
back
to
to the
go.
we go back to the
No,
tavern now.
I just need to find one thing, and I've decided what I want. I want to find a mirror.
A mirror?
A mirror.
Okay. What have we got? We've got a blacksmith. You've got a general store. That might be a good place to start.
Yeah, blacksmith or a general store would probably. Blacksmith would be
Yeah.
a silver mirror. Other one would be regular mirror, I guess.
Yeah, we could. You might want to go to the general store because it
Okay, the
does
general
have
store.
magic items. Yeah.
Oh, I haven't got
Cute.
money for magic items.
As Sessa goes following Father Irelia, she's doing stepping stones over the cobbles in the street, being like,
1, and you miss, and you touch a fish. 2, and you miss, and you touch a pool. 3, and you miss, and you touch a tree. 4, and you miss, and you touch a paw. I missed. I'm done. Okay.
Oh, you did it. That's good. And yeah, Father Aurelia is just like smiling. He's very happy at the moment. This is, a much more normal part of the day than riding a giant croc dragon.
Yeah, that's fair.
What do you mean? OJ was a very good boy. He's
Oh, sorry, no, that was internal. But then I turn to you and I say, "This is nice. This is nice. It's nice meeting people."
It is. We are having a good day. I got the things I need. I found out something about
Yes, that's
and
so
now
exciting.
we're here and why? Oh.
Well, I was thinking
no, Father,
get-
you may have to go in there by yourself.
Oh, okay. I'm sure it'll be fine. But if you want to stand at the doorway, just I can go talk to them myself, and I'll walk in and say, "Hi, hello. I'm Father Aurelia. I'm just here to see perchance if I could buy a mirror."
Welcome in. It's nice to have you. A mirror. Sorry, my mom and dad aren't here right now. I'll get my sister. And she calls upstairs and she's like, Helter! Helter! Sven, I'm
Helter?
trying. Stop laughing at me.
I wasn't laughing.
It's
Yeah, I think
great.
yeah,
That
no
was
one was
very
I'm
cute.
not
It's
laughing at you. I'm laughing. It's great. It
I
just
love it.
because it reminds me of,
This is them
of
Skelter.
when you're
Skelter's
DMing and
Helter and Skelter.
you have to try and come up with 7 different accents
yeah,
so that they
yeah,
know
you
who they're
do.
talking to, and it's great. I'm loving this. You're doing phenomenal. Don't let my laughing. I'm not laughing at you. It's
No, you're all good. I'm
The-
like,
the
this
only
is a
reason I smile-
terrible German accent. My German ancestors like rolling in their
Helter
graves.
I'm sorry.
Helter.
I was getting Swedish chef from that one at the beginning.
Yeah.
I got Prussian. I was thinking German because it reminded me of an Eddie Izzard skit with Dr. Heimlich. Hilda, I think I've invented a maneuver. What is it, Dr. Heimlich? Call me Fred. Don't call me Dr. Heimlich. Don't be so bloody Prussian. But yes, so I go there and I say, yes, I'd just like to perchance buy a mirror, something to
Okay.
see.
As I said, my mom and dad aren't really here right now, so it's just me and my sister Helter. I shall go upstairs and see if Helter is here. Give me 1 second. Can you watch Mr. Mouse for me? And she holds out this tiny little stuffed
Yes.
mouse.
Yes, I'm sure I can hold Mr. Mouse for you. Does he have a name, or is Mr. Mouse is his name? All right,
Mr. Mouse.
You'll stay with me, Mr. Mouse. I'll make sure you and I sort of standing on the ground next to me.
Okay, I'll be back. And she runs up the stairs and she's like, Helter, there is a customer. There
Hey.
is a customer here for you.
You've really settled into it now. Nice.
Thank you. And coming down from the stairs is this king cobra snake person, similar to her sister. It's like, what is it now? Oh, there is a person here. Welcome to the general store. My name is Helter, and this is my little sister Skelter. What can I help you with today?
Well, I'm just looking for a mirror and maybe, if possible, like a little cardigan just to cover up a little bit.
Ooh, is a mirror and a cardigan. Well, if you want a cardigan, you ought to go to the market. There is a terrific seamstress. Her name is Tortoise. You will love Tortoise. Her stuff is amazing. She made me this dress.
It's a very pretty dress. They've
Thank
done
you very
marvelous.
much. Thank you very
Mr.
much.
Mouse thinks so too. Squeak.
That is not what Mr. Mouse sounds like. He has a very British accent. Does he not, Skelter? And Skelter looks at Father Aurelian and is like, yes, Mr. Mouse has a British accent. It's so funny. And she picks up Mr. Mouse off the floor and she's like, hello, I am British, man.
Well, it's good to know Britain exists in the Feywild somewhere.
As Skelter is showing Father O'Reilly her toy, she sort of leans across and sees Sasako outside the door, and she's like, oh, friend to play with? Is that your friend? Can I go play with her?
Yes, I don't see a reason why not. Sasuke, I have a friend for you to play with while I do some shopping.
She's gonna sidle in around the side of the door, the way little kids do around the side of like their parents, and be like,
She's a little bit shy.
That's
"Is
okay.
it okay?"
Everybody tells me I'm obnoxious. And she runs outside and she's like, hello, new friends. We will be friends forever, yeah? And she jumps and gives Sasako a big hug, squeezing
That's
her.
got like her arms standing up like above the snake, like wrapping around her, and being like, oh, okay.
Hello, my name is
I
Sasako.
like you, new friend. You smell like food.
She's gonna put her paws down on the soft snake scales and be like, oh,
you sleepy.
Oh,
You
you're
are-
so soft.
You are asleep. We are friends.
We are friends.
Yeah,
And she
friends.
grabs Sasako's paw and drags her into the store and upstairs. She's like, I can show you my whole room. I have lots of books and lots of toys. And
Yes,
Helter
show me.
turns to Father O'Reilly and she's like, sorry about that. She has a tendency to be unbearable and obnoxious.
No, take me upstairs immediately, Skeleton.
No,
Anyway,
I'm sure that'll be fine. It's honestly, I think this may be her first friend apart from us. And I think of it, I'm like,
Ooh.
she just became a cat with things. So like, oh yeah, well, it'll be good for her. Meet new people. Yes. So I'm looking
Oh.
for a mirror.
Amira. Okay. Let me see what and I slip back into British so fast. Let me see what I have under the counter. And she reaches under the counter, and obviously you can tell that she's like no older than 12. Skelter was probably like 6. Helter is probably 12. And she's like just throwing things out of this box under the counter, and you're just hearing smashing against the wall as like undoubtedly like potion bottles break and all this stuff. She's like, no mirror, but I found a bracelet. It's a very pretty bracelet, no? And she gives you the bracelet. It's like just a solid silver band with like chains of silver looping around it. She's like, this is all I have. Let me go check the back. I will be right back. And she runs out the back.
What an unusual business model.
Yeah, I have a look at the bracelet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems like a magic item. It seems like something that should not be left with someone while somebody is checking the back. Like, this is a incredibly rare magic item. It's called the Phantom's Bracelet. Like, you recognize it from your, I guess, religious dealings. You've heard of it before. So wearing this bracelet once per day, you may reach through a solid surface with a hand like that the wrist is in, on an attempt to feel or manipulate what's on the other side of the wall. Since you're going ghost through, you might not be successful in physically manipulating objects, so you need to flip a coin to determine whether or not it's successful.
Cool.
But this kind of thing is like incredibly rare, and this 12-year-old has just left it with a complete stranger.
Yeah. Well, I have a very valuable-looking bracelet in my hand, and yeah, I don't know. Is it reflective at all?
Yeah, it's it's very shiny. It's like pure silver. Helta comes running straight back out with the mirror, and she's like, I found a mirror. Isn't it pretty? And she hands it to you, and it's just like a shiny silver mirror gilded with little gold flowers.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's absolutely beautiful. That's exactly what I was looking for.
Ooh, so pretty.
Yes. But this bracelet, it seems to be special. I'm just having a look at it now. It actually reminds me of a tale. It reminds me of a tale of the man and the disappearing bracelet.
I do love stories. Well,
So-
if it's a good story, how about we call it even, and I take it out of my pocket money. And you can
So-
keep it.
So, once upon a time, there was this man, and he found a bracelet. Now, when he held the bracelet, he knew it was a disappearing bracelet, but what he didn't know, it wasn't just the bracelet that disappeared, and he holds it out like that, and then both him and the bracelet disappear. As he casts Tale of the Phantom, which is my tale that I rolled at the start of the day with 8.
Yep.
It's still on the screen there. The
That is
target
so
becomes
good.
invisible until the end of it. It so works so well with the Phantom bracelet. And so I turn invisible and till the end of my next turn, which is like, I guess 6 to 12 seconds. If the target is hit, if I hit someone, I'll do extra necrotic damage
Hit her.
equal to my bardic inspiration die. But instead, I'm going to put the bracelet in my pocket. And then at the end, I'll be like, what? Where have I gone? I'm invisible. I don't know it. And then when I come back, I'm just like, where'd the bracelet go?
Ooh, that is so impressive. Could you teach Helta to do that?
I don't know how I did it. Was that the bracelet? Was that the disappearing bracelet?
That is the coolest. I will have to tell my parents about you for sure. Well, consider the bracelet on us, and that will be 2 silver pieces for the mirror.
No problem at all. And I'm just going to give her a gold piece. And I say, thank you so much for your kindness. And honestly, I think it does Sasuke the world of good to see some people.
Sasuke's upstairs getting like a full-on fucking full face makeover, and like
Okay.
everything's happening.
Yeah. Or like,
Well-
oh, it does it so good, and then it cuts up there, and like you're half swallowed. But no, it's just, yeah. So thank you so much for that, and I'm just thinking it might make a nice gift, and it looks
Yes.
very pretty.
Oh, well, thank you. We do make a lot of this stuff in-house, but we also get it shipped in. I don't know from where. I think Mommy and Daddy are part of some very sketchy stuff.
Oh, well, hopefully not. I'm sure your mummy and daddy are amazing and resourceful people that come up with a great way to get this stuff. But speaking of which,
I have to stop putting things on my face. I can't handle it on my whiskers.
Skelter comes running down and she's like, I made your friend pretty.
let's see it.
So, Sasuke walks down in like this French Revolution
Like,
looking
full,
makeup
Yes.
get up. like a full white powdered wig, powdered face, pink lips, blue eyeshadow, like eyelash extensions, nails painted, and she's in this like flowy pink bow dress. And Skeletor has put all of her belongings in like a little bag. And she's like, that was so much fun. You are my new best friend.
Yes, Skeletor, I appreciate it, but could you take the stuff off my whiskers, please? It makes it hard for me to get through doors.
Oh, but I spent all that time putting it on. And she starts crying. She runs over to Helter and like cuddles Helter.
It was just everything else is so beautiful, and I feel so pretty. I'm like a princess, but I am a cat, and I have whiskers, and I need them to not have anything on them.
It's okay. I
to keep
guess I
everything
take it
else.
off. I guess I take it off for you.
Would that be okay?
Yes, and she just comes over and she just like wipes it off with her tail. She's like, there you go. Now you can fit indoors, I suppose.
You are the best friend I have ever met, and you have made me so pretty. Helter, are you going to what does it cost for this?
I think the trauma was enough. So you may just, you can go. You can just go.
Do you have a card I can take so I can call Skeletor so we can catch up again?
Yes. And she gives you a calling crystal.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah, so with this crystal you can basically like call Helter and Skeletor anytime. A lot of people in the kingdom have them, but you sort of need specific frequencies. It's kind of like a walkie-talkie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Skeletor, I'm going to take this crystal so I can call you, okay?
Okie dokie. Bye-bye.
Okay, goodbye, I guess. It was nice to meet you. You are a very pretty snake.
Thank you very much. Now, Skeletor, it's time for your nap. And Helter picks Skeletor up and takes her upstairs for her nap.
She's screaming the whole way. Like,
Yeah, literally. She's like, no, I want to play with my friend.
And Sasuke's gonna turn around, like the full like Edwardian makeup and the ruff and like the dress and everything, and she's gonna look towards Father Aurelian and say, I need to leave. Immediately, please. I can't feel my tail.
It can get a bit emotional.
Okay. Can we go back to the tavern, please?
Yes, we can go to the tavern.
I
You
am
can
wearing
wash off the makeup
so
with
many
some whiskey.
things.
But yeah, we that was lovely. I really like that. And then we head back to the tavern.
Cool. We will cut to our friend Flint at the tavern once I find the thingy majiggy. There it is. Cool. So Flint, you walk into what you thought would be a bustling tavern that is just empty. And this is like sort of upon walking in, it seems like it's more of a guild hall, like an adventurer's tavern. The job listings that you walk by are like blank apart from wanted posters and like, you know, join the city guards and all that sort of propaganda stuff. At the bar, you see a snail woman who...
Or a snowman.
A what?
A snowman.
A snowman. Who is talking to what looks like a bag of anthropomorphized water with a small goldfish sitting in the top. And is like, I don't know. I give up. Honestly, you're too good at this game. I can't beat you. You're too good. And the fish doesn't respond. It just blows a bunch of bubbles. She's like, now, none of that language here, okay? It's not good around customers. And it bubbles again. She's like, I don't care if there are no customers. Eventually, there are going to be customers, and then you're going to be sorry.
Flint Beastwood strides in. He takes a look around underneath the brim of his hat. And he's like, God damn it. That's exactly what I had in mind. Just to himself. Then he starts striding across the room, heading towards the bar. You can hear the sound of his spurs that are completely blunt, sort of shaking with every step of his leather boots as he sidles on over.
Knew we would have a customer. I told you, Blob. And then she turns around and she's like, good afternoon, dear sir. Welcome to the Shining Moon. How can I help?
I'll have a whiskey on the rocks. Hold off on the ice.
Sounds good. And she turns to the fish, who you presume names as Blob, and is like, Blob, you heard the nice gentleman. Get him that whiskey. And he jumps off the bar with like a plop as the bag sort of like shrinks in on itself and refills with water. The fish swims against the bag, and the legs of the bag start moving as, much to your surprise, it's a very dexterous plastic bag full of water, and seems to manage pouring you a thing of whiskey perfectly fine.
Is there ice in it?
There is no ice in it because you said hold the ice.
I said a whiskey on the rocks with no ice, which doesn't make any sense. He sort of picks up the cup and he, keeping it on the bar, he sort of sloshes it around, make a little whirling vortex of whiskey before he takes a sip. Is the snail lady still nearby?
Yeah, she is. She's just kind of eyeing you up and down, trying to figure out what your vibe is.
He keeps his eyes squarely on his whiskey, and he's like, you have a name, darling?
Well, first of all, nobody calls me darling in my bar. Let's get that sorted. I won't have any of that here. None of that guff. I don't deal with that. My name's Maybell. And this is my bar. Obviously.
Maybell. Good, strong name, that.
Now that you've had your whiskey, what are you doing in my bar? I haven't seen the likes of you around here before.
And at that, he sort of looks up, turns a little bit on his bar stool to look her eye to eye, and he's like, by the looks of things, you don't see much of anyone around here. Is this place always this quiet?
It never used to be, unfortunately, but us dweller folk don't really get much recognition from, well, anybody at all.
And
It used to be easy before the big city went up, but then all the Sealies and the Unseelie came here, and now it's just kinda, well, you can see how empty we are.
he thinks about that for a second. Does Flint Beastwood know anything about Seelie, Unseelie? Does those names ring a bell for him?
They most certainly would. So there are 3 categories of creatures within the Feywild. There's Seelie. They're the creatures that sort of predominantly come out during the day. They're generally sort of considered like good-natured Fey. No issues with, like, they're pretty relatively gentle. There's Unseelie, so that's all your stuff that comes out during the night. They're usually quite they can swing more towards evil, but it's kind of like how tieflings are considered more to be evil, but they can still be good. And then there's dwellers, so that's like your rabbit folk, snail folk, bullywogs, moth people, pretty much like the snakes that you met before. Anybody who's like not really a fae, but is still considered fae for all intents and purposes.
So the Seelie and the Unseelie folk around here, they get along nicely. They play well together.
Oh, you're cute. How often do you come around here asking those sorts of questions? Please. Seelie and Unseelie have never, ever, ever gotten along. It's a centuries-old conflict.
That conflict have anything to do with he sort of nods his head towards the wanted contracts on the board.
Well, we can't talk about that here. And she sort of leans into you, and she's like, too many ears, you see.
And his Leoprene is twitch as she says that. Yeah, right. Too many eyes around. Noticed that too on my way in.
Too many to count. Trust me. They have a tendency just to show up exactly where you don't want them. And, killing them, well, we can't really talk about that either.
Right. So, when would be a good time to talk about that kind of thing, if there ever was?
Well, hypothetically, let's say that this bar is an inn, and I have a few spare rooms for you, and I'm assuming you're compatriots, because there's no way your bunny-loving ass is coming to the Feywild all by itself. Am I correct?
Bunny-loving ass.
Now, that's a hell of an assumption to make, and he sort of pulls aside his poncho a little bit to reveal the handle of his gun, and he's like, know how to handle myself.
Oh, ain't you sweet? And she kind of flicks her body, which kicks off her shell, and sort of underneath her shell is this massive arcane cannon. It's the biggest thing you've ever seen in your life. Like, it's probably double the size of a cannon on a ship, and it's just this silver gunmetal powered with arcane energy. It almost looks like a PC, kind of, where you can see the glowing stuff flowing through it. You can tell this thing could level this whole city. She's packing fire.
That's a mighty fine piece of equipment you got there, if you don't mind my saying so.
Oh, thank you very much. Back from the old days, back when I had something to fight for. I remember that. But anyway, that's enough of an old lady telling you about her tales. Why don't you get on up there, and the bar closes in about 2 hours on sundown. Why don't you come downstairs and we'll have a chat?
Right. Well, if you see a priest, a cat, and some kind of a goat person coming in, you let them know where I am. Tell them to knock 3 times, then 7 times, then once, then 7 times again, then 8 times, then 3 times, then once, and then 7 times. And then I'll know it's them.
Sugar, did you see the heat I'm packing? Ain't nobody coming into this building without my say-so. You hear?
Yeah, right. Well, look, you might be packing, but you seem a little bit paranoid.
You would be too if... And then she sort of goes to say something, and she's like, Steel yourself, Maybelle. Steel yourself. We'll talk later. Go upstairs, have a little bit of R&R, and we'll have a chat.
And he downs the rest of his whiskey, hops down off of his stool, and without another word, heads up towards wherever it is the room is.
You can hear like a sloshing behind you as Blop, the fish anthropomorphic plastic bag, comes running behind you. He comes up to you and is like, you obviously can't understand him, but he's indicating with his arms wildly at a door, and you assume this is your room.
Okay. I thank you kindly, and I wait for him to leave, or her, or them.
They don't leave.
Can I help you with anything else, or
And they kind of extend their hand,
Oh, right.
like waiting for a tip.
Yeah. My new courtesy only extends so far. There's a language that everyone speaks. He pulls out a silver piece, and plops it in the water balloon's hand.
He, well, they kind of give you a thumbs up, the best thumbs up a plastic bag could give. And then he runs back downstairs, and that's where we'll leave it for tonight.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Great.
How we feeling? I've been waiting for you guys to get here for ages, and I'm so happy you did.
And that's because good things are gonna happen here, right?
Yeah. All the
dear.
good things.
So many good
yeah.
things.
So many. Oh my god.
I can't believe you didn't ask about all the magical runes on the walls.
I mean, to be fair, Sasuke is not going to be paying attention to that shit.
Yeah, no, it's really hard to maintain the edgy cowboy character when all you want to do is run around, touch everything, and put everything in your mouth. But I think that worked out pretty well. Sometimes you just gotta overlook things. So yeah. I think
Wow.
in the interest of playing it cool, yeah, I think he wouldn't bring like things like that up. Like he plays his cards close to his chest, like he said to Sasuke. So he might look at those things, but he's not going to make a big deal out of it unless it's pertinent to him or his situation or anything like that. So
I have a little bit of an epilogue, if you guys would like to hear the epilogue.
Please.
Before we do, what kind of ambience does this epilogue need? Creepy, sinister, quirky?
Have you got something a little bit sinister?
Oh yeah, I've got one that's actually entitled Sinister, as you can probably see on the screen. So I'm gonna play that
Yes.
one on. Do we need any rain sound effects like that?
Nah,
Yeah.
just a little bit creepy music.
All right, I'm putting something sinister on for you. Okay, that's playing.
Cool. So, in a hall that is dark, you see, well, the camera sees 3 figures sitting on 3 individual thrones. They're all looking at 2 other people who are in the room, kind of like walking in front of them. The one of the people walking in front of the thrones is like, so it seems we have a problem. And the person on the throne furthest to the left is like, well, it wouldn't be a problem if we closed the last portal. And then the throne furthest to the right looks over at the person who just spoke. Well, it is in your domain. Like, obviously you're the one who has to close it. Why is all this stuff my problem? Enough! and sort of like the room shakes. The man steps out of the shadows and he's like, if this is going to work, I need the three of you to shut your mouth and listen. I can't have those wretched rebels interfering with our plans. It's going too well, and we are too close to crunch time. I guess I'm just going to have to deal with this myself. And then we go black.
Blackout.
Wow. Huh.
That is phenomenal.
I'm excited.
Me too. So we're
Did we
playing
get-
tomorrow.
The
first
guy,
thing in
the
morning?
guy. Did we just hear the voice, or did we get a glimpse of what he might look like?
You just heard a voice.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And it was Father Aurelius' voice.
I would not be surprised if Father Aureli is the big bad, honestly.
It's going to work. I need you to shut up and listen.
I'm going
We
to
can't-
need you to shut up and listen. Yeah, that's great. So glad to finally sit down and actually play some Dungeons and Dragons with everyone.
Me too. I've been
Yeah.
missing it so bad. Okay. Well, thank you everybody for watching this little episode of everybody's watching me and I'm so scared. Well, no. Give me a minute.
Mhm.
Beware the witching hour. The Hourglass Coven.
God damn it! God damn it! He was so. I thought that was going to be the time, but that's okay. That's okay. Next
What
time.
we'll do next week is we'll just, when Grace is back on video, we'll just get her to do this.
We'll dub it
Yeah,
over.
and just
We'll
edit
get
it in. For sure. For sure. For sure. Thank you so much, guys, for listening to our little streamy thing and watching it. It seriously means so much to me that there are people who are willing to sit down and listen to and play something that I've made. Blows my mind that you guys are infatuated with this little brand of chaos that I've created. And I'm just so grateful for the four of you for putting up with me for like 3 hours. It is
What do
very
you
nice
mean
of
putting
you.
up with you for 3 hours?
Putting up
Yeah,
with me for 3
it was
hours.
4.
If you want to support Crit and Miss, which undoubtedly you do because you're here, please follow us on everything you can possibly follow us on. So TikTok, Facebook, Spotify, I'm guessing, Discord, join our channel. Most of us are in the chat, not me, because I study full time and work 3 jobs, so I'm always busy. Have a chat with us. We'd love to see you there. And we still fundraising, Sven?
Yes, we've still got 2 back-to-back fundraisers that we're currently got running. We have our standard fundraiser, which we're running throughout the year. That's to raise money for the Starlight Children's Foundation. You can find the details for that on our Discord, and you can also see it at the beginning and end of every live stream. We have all of the details there if you want to check that out. Roll a natural 20 on your nice person check, I suppose, and just donate $1 or $2 helps make a huge difference in the lives of seriously ill children. If you don't like kids, that's okay, because we have another fundraiser that we're running for Loki's Lounge. We're actually putting some money together so that we can publish one of our esteemed Critversians homebrew world creation to Paige, so that everyone else can enjoy it, because he's going through a bit of a hard time now. Don't know,
I'm currently
how it's
working on
going.
that stuff as
Yes,
a writer myself
exactly.
in this current situation. So it's an incredible world. He has put so much into it, and just I cannot wait to see it brought to page.
Yes.
Like, I'm working on it right now for the drafts and all that sort of stuff, and like, holy shit, he's done so much, and it just it needs to be out there. It really does.
Yeah.
It really, really does.
We're very grateful that we have the opportunity to be able to work on that. Very grateful to have Liquor Witch able to. I mean, I couldn't think of anyone else, anyone who could do it more justice than she can.
You're too kind.
You know, Loki has spent 8 years writing this material. It's very in depth. There's a lot there, but it's all raw data, you know, and you got to take that raw data and you got to put it in a package that is easy for people to pick up and pick through, so that they can sort of experience the inner workings of that lunatic's mind. Because it's something that needs to be experienced to be believed. And on top of that as well, we have another project, or I have another project that I've been working on as well. You know what? Now's as good a time to drop that as any. I might mention it again sometime down the line. We've been working on a original D20 based tabletop role-playing system. That is currently in its draft phase. We have a almost workable demo for that ready to go. So we're going to be looking for some people who might be willing to sit down and actually, you know, play test this thing, give us some feedback, let us know what they do and don't like, and hopefully we're going to get that published for people to be able to play and enjoy. It's got a lot of unique systems, a lot of things that people are going to be able to you know, recognize if they've played Dungeons and Dragons, but so much stuff that is just so wildly different than what you might be used to. It has stress and wounds and a completely different spell casting system and lore and everything around it. It's going to be pretty amazing, and I'm very excited to drop that at some point. So yeah, check that out.
Sounds
of course,
very cool.
You need to check out Liquor Witch on Twitch as well and across the
Oh,
socials.
definitely.
Thank you.
Give her a follow, or even better, subscribe to that channel. You won't regret it. And speaking of subscribing, you should also subscribe to D&D Among Mates.
Among Mates D&D.
Among Mates D&D.
But,
See?
also, OnlyFans / the Swede with an underscore between Swede and the.
Yeah, that too. Only for people 26 years and over. I wouldn't recommend it for anyone younger than that.
And
Yes.
32 years and younger.
Yeah.
And also, in between there, I don't like 29 to 31 out as well.
Yeah, that's sort of like. That's
If
sort
you're
of
born
that,
on a Monday.
that period. Yeah, you don't want to do it.
No.
Lots of occult stuff. Yeah, it's not for you. It's not for
Wait,
you.
I'm confused. Sven, do you have an OnlyFans?
No, I don't actually have an OnlyFans.
Oh.
If I thought
I
that
was so confused.
if I thought that anyone would actually
What do
pay
you
for
mean,
this,
Sven? It's my page.
I
It's
would.
the Swede.
Oh, is it? Shut up. Do you have an OnlyFans mod?
Of course I do.
Slay.
he
The underscore Swede.
rolls a d20 to see which item of clothing he's going to remove next. It's
Father Aurelia would have an OnlyFans.
it's role play taken to the next level.
Yeah, except that every time they roll it, it rolls and they're like, oh, and then they look up and I'm already naked and I go, ah! and just run off camera.
Deception
That's,
check. All right.
That's the whole thing.
Good night, everybody. Keep your eyes on the tube for the next episode when it drops. Make sure you follow and you hit the little bell icon so you can be alerted when the next episode comes out.
Send our best to Gem.
Yes, we'll
yeah.
do. And thank you, Liquor Witch. Thank you, Mod. And of course, thank you, Grace, for being an amazing.
Thank you, Grace. Thank you,
Yeah.
Liquor Witch.
That's
Thank you, Sven.
okay.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Bye.
Or day, whatever,
Bye.
the day, whatever it is. Bye.